FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Thursday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a wonderful program set up for you today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there. Deb's Woke News. We'll do that in just a few minutes. In the 4 o'clock hour, Colbert Court. And we'll get an update on what's happening out there. No Brendan O'Connor today, but Ross is going to hop in there and give you some choices for this weekend. Colbert Court with our buddy Glenn Klausman. Trivia in the 5 o'clock hour. Ross thoughts, your calls and text all day long, plus 3 chances for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
No rules.
All right, your 3 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win that $1,000. Remember, if you're playing the game, you got to pick up your phone. Again, your 3 o'clock keyword is money. Good luck. You can find us on social media easily, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at The Jim Colbert Show online, always at JimColbertLive.com. How's everybody doing this Thursday?
Oh,
nice.
Such a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous out. So nice.
Oh, the sun is shining.
Absolutely
the
wonderful.
The sky is blue.
I had to move furniture.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Someone bought some furniture and I had to move it.
You sold some on what?
No, I had to be a good fiance, help out the mom-in-law.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Soon-to-be mom-in-law.
She sold some furniture that was in your house, so you had to help move it out?
No, she bought furniture and I had to go pick it up, and it was over at a hormone, clinic.
Should I stop asking questions?
I just thought it was pretty ironic as I'm picking up this furniture and it's transitioning into a different home.
All right, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text the show at 770-31. This Reedy Creek thing is getting fun, huh?
A little spicy.
A little spicy. Look, if you live in Orange and Osceola County, and if this thing goes through and gets the signature, and I was actually just texting Scott Maxwell during the break, or right before we came on. I said, "What do you think? The governor asked for it to go through, so he's got it. He's going to have it on his desk. It ran right through. We're talking about the Reedy Creek Development District where Disney is, and how they have maintained this sovereign state there." Of their own, handling their own fire department, police department,
roads,
wastewater, roads, all of that stuff. They're like a little city in themselves. And because of this Big D contest they've had with the governor, this guy's like, oh, yeah? Well, we have the power of this, and we're going to flip this on you. And this is what happens when you get egos involved into logical decisions, because now it's going to cost millions, well, not millions, but hundreds of thousands of people a lot of money, because if this thing does go through, and look, I'll be the first one to tell you, I hate the fact that these theme parks get these special treatment and tax breaks to build roads when they're raking in hundreds of millions of dollars in profit. I can't stand that. I can't. But there are certain things, certain accommodations have to be made for biggest employers, just the way the business runs. It's part of government. It is just part of it. You extend tax breaks to companies to bring jobs into your community. It's that simple. That happens all the time, all across the world.
I think if some kind of financial impact study had been done, if this had been a real legislative review of a district that maybe didn't benefit the local residents or the state that well, and they did their due diligence to really weigh the numbers, what's it going to mean? Taxation on the residents of Orange and Osceola, if this is taken away, what's it going to mean? Are they going to get bigger tax coffers for their roads?
Yeah.
But none of that was done. This was political retaliation. This is a playbook from someone else's playbook.
This is ego is what this is. This is not governing,
right?
Because governing means you watch out for everybody. So
make wise decisions.
Here's my problem with this decision. My problem with the decision is, and it hasn't been signed yet. It is, obviously it's not, but it's going to happen. More than likely, it's going to happen. It was threatened. It's going to happen. Is when you get these egos involved. I mean, this guy's governor now, but we all know that Ron DeSantis is not going to be governor of Florida much longer. maybe one more, maybe. I mean, we know this guy has presidential aspirations, not letting on to what it is, but he knows he's got the juice to do it, and he's going to do it. I mean, every move this guy makes says, I'm setting up for a presidential run.
Yeah, because he's not taking care of the business of the people of Florida. He's busy making headlines that will play in Iowa.
You get into an issue where you have this big ego contest, and you feel like you have to sling it around because everybody's watching, and then 2 counties now, just so everybody understands what's happening with this Reedy Creek thing. Disney and Reedy Creek Development handle about $100 million worth of taxes. That's what they pay. They pay $100 million in taxes, right? County gets that, right? And then Disney takes care of the wastewater, the cops, all of the emergency stuff, the roads, all of that. They do that themselves. We get $100 million. When Reedy Creek goes away, Orange and Osceola County are going to have to make up that $100 million. Right?
Exactly.
They're going to have to make that money up. Actually, it's even worse because Reedy Creek actually has bonds out, and they owe about $58 million. They'll have to assume the debt for that as well. The average, what the thought is now is that if you live in Orange or Osceola County, if and when this deal does go through,
it's expected in June.
You can look for your property taxes to go up possibly 20% or more.
Wow.
Again,
20%. You pay $2,000, now you're now paying $2,400. You pay $8,000, you see the numbers, you're paying a lot more money.
Reedy Creek is only one of like 5 or 6 special districts that they all had to be wiped out as part of this.
Well, and you remember during Woke News yesterday, we talked about one of them being a wastewater district in Franklin County where the administrator didn't even know that his district was looking at being dissolved. So again, these are financial impacts. Franklin County in the Panhandle, not a rich county,
Yeah.
And all of this is just kind of being dumped on everybody's lap to try and figure out where they're going to make these monies up with record inflation and everything else going on, all over ego and the Big D contest. So that's all it is.
It says by law, Orange County will have to pay for all the things Reedy Creek used to, and of course their share of it with Osceola County will work the same way. Firefighting, wastewater, power, street maintenance, road maintenance, all of that with zero revenue coming in.
Right,
Zero additional revenue coming in.
Dumb question alert. Wouldn't this work out for Disney if then Orange County is picking up that tab?
Well, there's also a certain level of control for them to act autonomously where they develop that land, and it would not have been developed the way it had they had to go through
zoning.
All of that.
Planning.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Development. If they had to put every attraction, hotel, road, and go
submit everything publicly.
Publicly, go through the comment period where the public gets to submit. Disney's been able to avoid this. And back when this was established in 1967, all of this area was nothing but orange groves. It was
swamp.
It was useless swamp. So you've got a company that's like the Walt Disney Company, right? They thought it was the mob or NASA that was buying up these thousands of acres in Central Florida. So the business of, and listen, this was business that was allowed to happen up until about a month or 2 ago. And then everything changed.
The problem I have with it,
except we're going to be the ones left holding the bag.
Well, I live in Seminole County, baby. I'm going to touch me.
Well, I live in Lake County, but we work in Orange County.
We do.
And this is going to affect everybody. So for those who are thinking, well, it sucks to be you in Orange and Osceola, it's going to affect everyone in Central Florida.
The interesting part of this decision is before the situation happened, because I just had somebody text me and say, hey, poke the wrong bear. And, I get that whole thing, right? Because you get the governor, you want the tough governor, the whole 9 yards. It fits the holster wearing image that a lot of people have of leaders of this nature. And by the way, again, so everybody knows, I mean, it's so funny because I get this too. I voted for this governor, and most of the time I really like this stuff. The problem is that it doesn't serve any purpose. Like, what's the purpose? Was this really on the table ever before?
No.
This whole situation came up with the bill, the
Parents' Education.
The Parents' Education, HB 1579 or whatever the hell it is.
That would be House bill, but it's the Parental Rights and Education bill. Critics call it the Don't Say Gay bill. Disney promised to do what it could to repeal that law while also saying it was putting down its pen and not writing any more checks for political contributions.
So until then, I would ask this. I mean, until that particular event happened, what was the big problem with Reedy Creek? If there was no actual ongoing problem and this was the make or break situation, you have to have a little problem with that. You have to. Even as a voting Republican, you have to look at that and go, wow, really? Like, I mean, that this is worth that? I mean, you want to show that? What is the outcome that's positive? Like, who benefits from this, really? Like, I just want that question asked. If somebody can answer the question, who actually benefits from this decision? If it's the county, if it's the state, you have to look at it and go, okay, well, that's a governor making a great decision for the state of Florida. It's going to be better for the constituents. It's going to be better for the taxpayers. That's the job. Try to make it as good as possible, safe as possible. Is this doing that?
No, this was a strong arm. This was a strong arm tactic. How dare you insult me and question me? You're going to start going through some things.
This feels that way. It just feels that way. That's the problem I have with it. It feels like it's just a vengeance thing, and it really didn't exist until that particular bill was called out. And by the way, if you're in government, you can expect a whole lot of people to disagree with what you say. The fact that it was Disney, they get a lot of attention, and then it's a national story, and it doesn't look good. He's got to defend himself and force a guy into a corner to make a decision using the power he has to do, and this is what you wind up with.
Yeah, well, but this is what you wind up with, but it's the residents that are going to be the ones that are going to suffer for it.
That's what I'm saying. What's the outcome? What's the good part of this?
The outcome is that some of your staunchest voters are now going to be looking at paying at least 20% more in property taxes.
But is there another side of it that benefits? Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What is the positive outcome?
It's the perception that he is fighting out of state, because they refer to Disney as corporate board people, a woke culture.
Right, yeah.
It's this woke culture that they're fighting.
But what is the benefit of this? This isn't going to stop that.
No.
This isn't going to stop it.
Right.
What is the decision? Why is the decision being made to do this? Is it because who does this benefit? That's the number one
Ron
question.
DeSantis.
I don't care about the whole woke thing or anything.
So politically,
who does it benefit?
Politically, for his supporters who like seeing a strong governor and like seeing, oh yeah, businesses have been getting away with with murder, and he is stopping them. He is imposing his will on business, and specifically Disney. So politically, it's his supporter. And I think, again, to your original point, on a national stage, for someone who's looking for higher office, what you are going to start seeing more and more, Ron DeSantis doing things that gets him on the national news.
This is my problem with this.
Yeah.
For everybody who's listening to me and who's a voting Republican and listening to this, listen to these guys, listen to these rogue. This is my problem. The problem is, when you peel back a few layers of this and stop looking at it like, look at my big governor up there walking with his cowboy hat, you start looking at it with a much finer magnifying glass, it looks to me like a guy pandering to a national audience for a presidential run. That's what it looks like to me. Using the state of Florida, using his power against one of the biggest employers, second biggest employer of the state, right?
What's number
At
one?
least.
The state?
Yeah, the government.
The government?
Usually.
It's definitely the largest employer in Central Florida.
But they don't have any rights.
So that's my thing. Is and to my Republican friends out there, it looks to me like this doesn't really serve a purpose other than that. How does it benefit the people of Central Florida or the state of Florida? That's the answer I want, because that's really the only one that matters. If this decision is being made for anything other than helping the people in Florida, whether it be taxpayers to lower your taxes, to get more out of your taxes, to give you a better angle into getting to school, getting a better education, getting cheaper health care, getting cheaper child care, if those aren't the things being considered when making a decision of this nature, then you have to consider, why is it being made? And when you look at a guy who's making a national run for president in a couple years, possibly in 2024, we don't know, but I think it's going to happen. You're looking at a guy kind of pandering a little bit to a national audience. Picking on Disney's, like I say picking on Disney, having a beef with Disney is an easy way to get a national coverage. Nobody's more savvy than people at this level in government. They completely understand the game. They know exactly what's happening. Because if you can't tell me what the benefit of this decision is outside of what I just said, well, then we have a problem, right? Because that's the governor, the duly elected governor of this state, making decisions on your and for your tax dollars. And I would think that you would probably have some questions about that. Hell, we question everything else. Why not this?
Similar scenario when Charlie Crist was governor of the state. He was a Republican governor, and while I didn't vote for him, he was he was governing Florida in a way where it didn't look like he was running for the next office. Because Charlie Crist, whatever office he was in, it always was like he was running for the next thing. When he became governor of Florida, he actually had a measured approach to governance in this state. And it was like, oh, maybe we were wrong about Charlie Crist. But then John McCain needed a running mate. And before he selected Sarah Palin, when it was rumored that it might be Charlie Crist, things changed. He pulled to the right because he started behaving in a way to appeal to John McCain as a potential running mate, as opposed to being the governor of Florida, which was his job. So he used his job to kind of make himself more viable politically for another office.
Here's another great example for me. I know we got to get to Deb's news and find this out. If you look at Mayor Buddy Dyer, right? Democrat, you can say what you would say about Buddy, yes, no. You can agree or disagree with things he's done here in the city. He's made the city kind of a cool place with some really cool venues. And there's some other things that Buddy has done where you look at it and go, okay, whatever. But the one thing about Buddy Dyer that I don't think anyone would question, he's here for Orlando and not here to be the governor of Florida. He's been asked that 100 times. He had never has shown one time he has aspirations to move up in the game, whether it be to senator, whether it be a representative, whether it be governor. He's not, you don't really get that vibe. So that's why Buddy gets a lot of support in Orlando, because people feel Buddy is tied to the city and isn't going anywhere. And when you look at somebody making decisions like this at the state level and costing citizens of two of the biggest counties, population-wise, what could be hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars a year, when you don't see a benefit on the other side of it, you just have to question the decision, much like we would question the decision from any politician that has something like this happening. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, we have the Florida House voting to revoke Disney's special district. Grandkids of Florida residents could get in-state tuition, and a mom is accused of making a bomb threat to a Cocoa school over her child's food portions. We'll talk about that more coming up during Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Deb's news right after this.
Orlando City returns to Exploria Stadium to host New York Red Bulls this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, we have a corporate 5K run walk going on this afternoon until 11 p.m. tonight, so watch for lane and street closures in the area, including Eola Drive, Central Boulevard, and Robinson Street. If you're traveling on I-4, expect a stop-and-go ride between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, westbound Heavy 2 near World Drive. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's. Get those gatherings going with $50 off Charbroil Performance Series 5-burner gas grill, now $249. Home to any possibility. Selection varies by location while supplies last, valid 4/21/22 through 4/27/22.
Let the Mossy family protect your family. Guys, that's more than a slogan. That is a 100% fact. A home with a fence is 5 times less likely to get broken into. A Mossy Oak Fence is added security you can count on. And our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence are fence freaks. That means freaks on your quality, your satisfaction, and certainly for your security. Skilled craftsmen use only the very best materials, and they set those in wet mix concrete for maximum stability and security. Mossy Oak Fence, providing security to families since 2007. Ready to help you out as well. Simply visit mossyoakfences.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Cheer on your back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with an ice-cold Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the original light beer, is the perfect companion for watching the game at Amalie Arena, a watch party with your friends, or on the couch at home. Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly.
Witness the rise of the Northmen.
From Focus Features and director Robert Eggers.
I will find my father's killer and claim my kingdom.
Critics are calling The Northman an absolute beast of a movie that redefines epic.
Revenge is all I have ever known.
It's a stone-cold masterpiece. The Northman. Only in theaters tomorrow. Rated R. Under 17, unrated without parent.
My Friday nights usually spent out. But since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Gorgeous gaming, stunning streams, unbelievable bandwidth. It's another Lifestyles of Gagillionaires. Meet the AT&T Fiber customers winning at life with hyper gig speeds. Meet Gagillionaire Terry. While his love of streaming horror movies has him constantly on the edge of his seat, his internet bill won't give him a scare.
Oh, don't go in there. I'm telling you.
Because since Terry upgraded to AT&T Fiber with hyper gig speeds, he doesn't worry about data caps or equipment fees.
Come on, man. The door's open for a reason.
And best yet, he also doesn't stress about a price increase at 12 months, because with the amazing Gagillionaire lifestyle comes an exquisite sense of tranquility. Most of the time. Live like a Gagillionaire. Get straightforward pricing with AT&T Fiber. Internet that upgrades everything. No data caps, no equipment fees, and no price increase at 12 months.
Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
There's an app for everything. And I bet you have multiple apps on your phone just to order food, get a ride, or even find a date. But we made the iHeartRadio app your all-in-one app. Your favorite music, radio stations, and podcasts together, and all for free. Listen to your favorite radio station anywhere you want. Plus all your favorite music and just about every podcast in the world, all in one place with one touch. Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
$500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show.
Love it. Pilot. 75? All right, 407-916-1041.
I believe you.
Text us, 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000.
You know, I think I remember unwrapping Halloween candy to this song.
Yeah, really? Unique thing about this band is the lead singer was the bass player, which is rare.
Yeah, that
like
is.
Rush and a couple other bands. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack and Ross sit right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
Chill.
And now,
shoot it.
It's time for Woke News.
Shoot the gap.
Yes. Misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Confirmed 1975.
Yay! All right on that.
Trivia King.
Come on. Woke News brought
Puzzle
to you
Master
by
Trivia King.
Home Loans Radio.
So many titles, so few business cards.
And that mortgage guy, Don. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
My apologies.
Puzzle Master.
Let her do her thing, please.
Florida. Yeah, we do have
I'm sorry,
a lot.
what's your title now? News Queen.
Queen, just Queen. Florida is a step closer to ending Disney World's status as a special tax district. Man, did this make the texting service at 77031 just light up. House lawmakers passed a measure to dissolve special districts in the state, including the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which has allowed Disney to self-govern its Florida properties for over 50 years. The state Senate passed that measure yesterday. It now heads to Governor Ron DeSantis for his signature. It would take effect in June of next year. Another bill approved by lawmakers removes Disney's exemption from a 2021 law that puts restrictions on social media companies.
Are they still going to have purple highway signs?
No, those signs are actually changing. That signage is now going away.
Really?
Yeah, the purple signs have been replaced. They have a new designer that just came out there and put up all new signs.
Wow, what happened?
Just, they wanted a new look for the park.
Yeah, but now if they are no longer in control of the roads, would it be Orange County or Osceola County in charge of those
These
signs?
are all these questions.
Yeah.
And regardless of where you fall on the political aisle, the governor is using his fight with Disney to show how much political power he has. That's what Nova Southeastern University professor Dr. Charles Zeldin says about Governor DeSantis' effort to dissolve Disney World's form of self-government. Zeldin teaches courses in history and government, and he says DeSantis has decided what his party wants and what America needs is a strong man, and that's what he's making himself into. Zeldin also recently told the Sun Sentinel what DeSantis is trying to do, though, is very scary.
And then also throwing this out here, what's the possibility look like of us raising the taxes on Disney then?
Well, that's not a local. I mean, that would.
Wouldn't that be an Orange County thing?
Orange and Osceola.
Orange and Osceola.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just be punitive and only do it on one business.
Well, obviously not.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of the argument.
and that's why they had to remove all the special districts, not just the Reedy Creek one.
Whether they liked it or not.
By the way, these signs are so expensive. Do you have any idea how much these road signs are a piece?
Oh, my God.
I think the stop signs alone are almost like $1,000 each, right? Just a simple stop sign. Imagine those giant overhead signs that have those giant aluminum frames.
What are we doing here?
Well, for right now, we didn't matter because it's their money. They're spending it. It's only going to become a different issue when it becomes something that Orange and Osceola County taxpayers are going to have to look into. But another thing the Republican-controlled House did today is approve a new congressional map. Lawmakers voted 68-38 in favor of the new district lines after today's session was disrupted by a protest by Democratic House members. The map creates 20 Republican-leaning seats and 8 districts leaning toward Democrats. The Florida Senate approved the map yesterday. It now heads to Governor DeSantis, who is expected to approve it. All right, college students with grandparents in Florida, not a lot of those. Well, they may be able to get in-state tuition rates.
Wow, really?
How sweet is that?
Wow, really?
Yeah, the governor announced that the lower rates are available for students whose test scores are high enough. He also announced that college employees with tenure are going to have to get that tenure renewed every 5 years by the college's board of trustees.
So basically, if your grandparents live in this state and you live out of state, you get access to Florida resident rates for major colleges in the state?
If your test scores are high enough.
Yeah,
so you'd have to have
way,
a really good GPA and have,
Still, that's incredible,
But
man.
that's
because
incredible.
have you seen the difference in the cost of that?
Well, absolutely.
It is genuinely unbelievable.
And not only that, I mean, you could be going to some of the best state colleges in the country.
That's right. Miami's one of the best law schools in the country.
And not have to pay those kinds of prices.
You have to deal with Florida, though.
All right, the Justice Department is appealing a Florida judge's ruling overturning the federal mask mandate. The judge ruled the CDC was overstepping its authority. Now, the DOJ is appealing to try to preserve the CDC's authority to respond to a pandemic or any other public health emergency that could require it to issue orders. So it's not about putting your mask back on the airplane. It's about, well, if we have another one of these things in the future, the CDC by law has to be able to protect the public health. The White House agrees with that, still recommends masks on planes, trains, and buses, especially if you're immunocompromised. But other than that, do your thing. You be you, boo. You be you, boo. Okay, this story I've been following, just true murder fan, and I had reported on this when I was reporting on news in Tallahassee. Can't help it. But a third person is under arrest in the murder of FSU law professor Dan Markell 8 years ago. Do you remember this case?
I do, yep.
Markell's ex-brother-in-law, dentist Charlie Adelson, was nabbed by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Broward County Jail on charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and solicitation of murder. Markell was gunned down in his Tallahassee garage in his car by hired hitmen his former brother-in-law reportedly knew through a receptionist at his dentist office. Investigators say the motive stems from Markell's ex-wife, Wendy, not being able to move to South Florida because of her divorce agreement with her ex-husband. She wanted to relocate with her kids to South Florida.
Yeah, you can't do that in some deals. It's 100 miles or something like that. 50 or 100 miles. It can be negotiated, but usually it's 100 miles.
This was a very bitter and contentious divorce, and it's taken 8 years for the strings of this case to continue to unravel, but they finally nabbed the dentist yesterday. Pembroke Pines, a murdered woman is being honored by her hometown in Broward County. Now, Pembroke Pines' mayor announced yesterday, actually, that April 20th, from now on, will be known as Mia Marcano Day.
Wow.
And that's because it would have been Marcano's 20th birthday. But the Flanagan High alum was killed in September in Orlando. Marcano's father tells Local 10 News the special day is a blessing and an honor. Her brother and her father accepted the key to the city as well as the proclamation. 911 calls reveal why NFL quarterback Dwayne Haskins was walking along a Broward County highway when he was hit by, it turns out, 2 vehicles. FHP yesterday released those 911 calls related to the incident near Fort Lauderdale over a week ago, and in one of those calls, a very frantic Haskins wife told the dispatcher that Haskins was walking along I-595 to get gas after his car got stuck on the side of the road. Now, she says he was supposed to call her back after he got the gas, but when she didn't hear from him for a while, she became worried and decided to call 911. Unfortunately, the 24-year-old Haskins was hit by a dump truck and an SUV and died at the scene. No charges have been announced.
Wow.
All right, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral at 1:51 p.m. today. The launch was pushed back from this morning due to unfavorable weather conditions. The rocket's carrying another 53 more Starlink internet satellites into orbit.
Get them up there.
This is the 12th mission for this particular rocket's first stage booster.
Only 20,000 more satellites to go, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
20,000 more. We'll be able to get internet anywhere.
Well, if you didn't get a chance to catch this launch, don't worry about it, because plans to send more astronauts into space may be put on hold because there's a little bit of finagling out on the Space Coast. SpaceX was hoping to launch its Crew 4 mission at 5:26 a.m. Saturday morning from the Kennedy Space Center, but weather forced NASA yesterday to postpone plans to undock the X-1 from the International Space Station. Those men will now depart the ISS at 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday and will land at 1:46 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, splashing down off the coast of Florida. Now, the crew's return is almost a week later than originally planned, but not only that, NASA wants to have at least 2 days as a buffer after X-1 splashdown before launching Crew 4. So the earliest Crew 4 could launch would now be on Tuesday. Really not a problem for us, but when you think about how many tourists try to come here to check out one of these historic flights, if there's anything you know about space launches, you've got to be flexible and patient.
Yeah. You gotta think that from the Midwest, Florida looks like a complete dreamland.
Oh,
like every other day, there's a rocket
Midwest.
going up. You get 30 minutes from the beach, Disney and Universal and SeaWorld, and and all this places just a few minutes away. I mean, it must seem like an absolute dreamland from middle Kansas.
Us on the radio.
Yeah.
iDrive filled with so many putt-putt golf courses.
Oh, yeah. So many cheap T-shirts.
So many baby gators.
I remember when I first moved here, it took me like a year and a half, 2 years before I stopped being amazed that I was driving in January with a T-shirt on looking at palm trees on my way to work at Walt Disney World.
That's the other thing.
It was like, what is this, real?
It's still,
I got my paycheck, and then I was like, whoa.
I just checked the weather the other day up in Maine, still 40.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
We win.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then you have to trade off. You make out with Satan in July.
Yeah, we do make out with Satan in July. And a long makeout session.
And let's
like it's a prom makeout session. You're there for a while. It's going to hurt after a bit.
And let's do a little bit more Florida, shall we? Let's tie this up with, Florida.
A little bow.
A video of a territorial goose attacking a Florida woman is going viral. I hate to say it. It's hilarious. Victoria Willard posted a video of the wild goose chase to TikTok, which shows the bird attacking a woman outside of her workplace.
You can't make my wife laugh harder, by the way.
Well, then you have to show her this because the terrified woman is seen throwing her belongings into the air, keys, cell phone. She ditches it all as she runs away. Willard later posted a follow-up video. You can see it at JimColbertLive.com, saying her and her co-workers, quote, can get to work safely each morning now that the goose's eggs have finally hatched. And hey, while you're there at JimColbertLive.com, you might also want to check out this tasty, tasty choice of a video showing Mike Tyson pummeling a fellow airline passenger. But when you hear the details, you kind of understand.
Oh, I saw the video. You see the video? I want to punch this idiot.
Yeah.
According to TMZ, Tyson repeatedly punched a man who had been sitting behind him on a plane that was slated to fly out of San Francisco to Florida last night. The man was apparently annoying Tyson repeatedly. Now, a witness said Tyson was initially cool with passengers and even took a selfie with the guy. But he just kept talking and
he was like dancing behind him and pointing at him and stuff. It was unbelievable. I was like, I can't believe you lasted that long.
Yeah, exactly. He kept doing that to Tyson, who went on to throw several punches at the man's face. TMZ has video of the incident, and we have it posted for your viewing pleasure at JimColbertLive.com.
Of all the human beings to antagonize.
I know.
The guy that you can virtually guarantee will give you a punch dead in your damn face.
The best look is at the end of the video. He's looking all sad, and it's just like, man, the only thing I wish he would also punch his friend who was filming it.
Yeah, me too.
Just because you could hear him say, he just wanted an autograph.
No, it was more than that, you idiot. It's not like we don't have video of it because they were harassing the hell out of him. I cannot believe the airplane didn't say anything to this guy before Tyson whipped his ass.
Yeah.
I like how everybody collectively goes like, yeah, well, Tyson wasn't in the wrong.
Well, he wasn't.
One time this guy was not in the wrong.
He wasn't.
No, some people deserve what they get.
Exactly. That's called karma.
Yeah.
You know, you reap what you sow. All right. One Central Florida mom says to Tyson, yo, hold my beer. She was arrested after deputies say she made a bomb threat to a high school because she was angry over her child's lunch portions.
That's fair.
Anaya Smith is facing a charge of
I can't even say that.
Making a false bomb threat, according to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. This is from Fox 35.
Hold up, what?
Hang on.
One pizza?
A Cocoa Police probable cause affidavit states that on February 3rd, a call was made to Cocoa High School stating, quote, if you don't start feeding my MFing children better at that bitch, I'm going to come around that and blow that MFer up.
All right.
It's weird to call your kids MFing kids.
All right, yeah, it is. That sets a tone.
You can't say that as a mom.
Yeah, that sets a tone for sure.
You know,
hey, let me tell you something. Hey, if Randall don't get 2 scoops, I'm going to have to come up there with some C4.
Like, think about that.
Hey, I ain't joking now. Listen, me and my husband, we just don't give an F. If you notice, we call our kids MFers. We do not have a gauge here. Now, listen, Randall's a growing boy. All right? Them 2 scoops is important. I will blow that place up.
Well, school staff contacted deputies and the school was evacuated. Thankfully, no explosives were found on campus. This is the other funny part to me. The officer in the probable cause report says that he's had numerous encounters with Smith in the past, and he simply recognized her voice on the voicemail to the school.
Well, she didn't try to mask it. Hey, it's me again. God damn it, I'm telling you, Randall comes home hungry again. And me and Jack going to have to come up there and talk to somebody now.
I don't understand what
We're
y'all...
trying to be cool.
Do y'all expect me to feed them?
Exactly. We can't afford that boy. Are you kidding? We talked about this a whole bunch. We're leaning on y'all.
These MFing kids, I'll tell you what.
Somebody get
That's why I had to include her quote, because there's just nothing more Mrs. Beaver Cleaver than hearing a mom talk like that, right?
Somebody better double stack them Salisbury's. It's my boy. Come on now.
You think this is a corn dog? This is a show dog.
Man, you seen him. He's 6'3", 260, he's a little 12.
No gravy on the mashed potatoes.
God damn. Give him no fruit. Who wants fruit?
Now you all are officially woke. Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. And I bet you would love to stop paying rent and buy your own home, but you have a lot of questions and you're not quite sure who to ask. Well, I do, and it's that mortgage guy, Don. And it's so easy, too. All you have to do is go to homeloansradio.com, look for the Ask Don bubble, type your question right there at your desk on your phone, no obligation or fear of ever being added to a spam list. Don really knows what he's talking about. He's an expert in his field, and it's so easy for you to find out at homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thanks, Ep 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. From the driveway.com Weather Center.
Hey everyone, good Thursday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather forecast update for today. Not bad, still pretty windy though. We'll call it a warm afternoon. Highs near 80, a blend of sun and clouds today. Real gusty winds along the beaches. Could bring aboard a few sprinkles along the coastal areas today. Not a big deal, but want you to know that. East winds at 15 to 20 with higher gusts. We're dry all day inland. 65, partly cloudy, cool overnight, nice and quiet. Breezes ease up easterly at 5 to 10 late. For your Friday into Saturday, warm highs in the low 80s, maybe a few coastal sprinkles, otherwise dry conditions, and lows in the mid-60s. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. You take care.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you're a valued customer, you deserve a simple gesture of appreciation from your credit card company. And that's why Discover matches all of the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
You know, a strong home begins with a strong foundation. Zano 521 knows that. They are the premier concrete coating experts here in Central Florida. These coatings are tough. Their crew tough as well. Headed up by a former Army Ranger and Special Ops soldier, and they employ vets as well. Tex always employs the company, never subcontracted. And Zano 521 makes the tough stuff, man. These concrete coatings up to 6 times stronger than epoxy. And unlike epoxies, the base coat fully cures in just 24 hours. Plus, you get beautiful color choices to match whatever space you have. And the coatings are 100% UV stable. That's important. They can be used on patios, pool decks, driveways, garages, and they come with a lifetime warranty against fading and yellowing and a 15-year warranty against popping and peeling. Top coat non-porous. That means no mold, no mildew, no gas, grease, or oil stains. That won't happen. The coatings are tough and they're gorgeous as well. Plus, the team over at Zano 521 are professional and efficient, walking you through every step of the way, prepping the concrete, letting you know exactly what to expect, and then turning over a beautiful surface you can enjoy for year after year. For that free, no obligation, no pressure estimate, simply visit the website, Zano521.com. That's XANO521.com.
What are the core values at International Diamond Center?
Integrity, stand behind your product, be involved in the community, give back if you've been blessed, and take care of your people.
That's Keith LeClaire at IDC, who along with his wife Peggy just announced the creation of the Fifth Sea Foundation, the charitable arm of IDC.
When God blesses you, you want to be able to reach out to make a difference in the lives of so many different people.
Peggy, Keith, and the rest of the IDC family created the Fifth Sea Foundation to focus on 3 key initiatives. Give kids a chance, support military families, and end human trafficking.
Pick the ones that are closest to your heart, stay true to it, provide, and help society. That's what IDC is all about.
The Fifth Sea Foundation, a focused and more impactful approach to making a difference in our community, helping to fund and volunteering with organizations that align with IDC and the LeClaire family mission.
This is my passion.
International Diamond Center, family owned for more than 35 years, blessed with tens of thousands of loyal customers, and honored to give back to our community.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now, so I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders. I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
Cheer on your back-to-back Stanley Cup champions with an ice-cold Miller Lite. Miller Lite, the original light beer, is the perfect companion for watching the game at Amalie Arena, a watch party with your friends, or on the couch at home. Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Happy Earth Month. Making a difference starts at home.
Oh, should I leave?
No, come in and explore our Earth Month event filled with offers, food samplings, and workshops to help make your home more sustainable. Plus, IKEA family members can save $20 when they spend $200 or more pre-tax when they scan their IKEA family card.
Wait, so I can help save the planet and save money?
Exactly. Come in and celebrate Earth Month at IKEA. Offer valid 4/22 to 4/24 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/office for complete terms and restrictions.
At 7-Eleven, we're so obsessed with our coffee that it's always fresh or it's free. And we have the good stuff. 100% Arabica beans, so you can 200% your day. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7-Eleven.com for more details.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
In my mind, ego, skip the tripping in my mind, ego, ego. I got one, you got one, and now we equal.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a few more minutes for your 3 o'clock keyword. It's money, M-O-N-E-Y. Exactly 2 minutes. Get that over to realradio.fm. Send it away for your chance to win that $1,000. We'll have another one for you here at the top of the hour. Plus, Ross will have some things that's happening coming up this weekend. Brendan O'Connor cannot make it today. Ross jumps in and takes his place.
What does he know?
He just told him to scan around, look what's going on. Just go to Bungalow and read what he says.
Kind of what I did.
There you go. All right. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. Ross is here as well. So we were talking a little bit about the road signs because this whole thing with Reedy Creek and Disney, they're about to blow out all the signs around there, the purple signs, and pull those down and put up. It's like a bluish color, by the way, the new ones, right?
Oh, have you seen them?
It's like a bluish, almost violet kind of. There's still a tinge of purple in there, I guess, to maintain the grasp to the old day, I guess. I don't know.
And just the contrast of the standard green.
Yeah.
Well, that's because that was Disney's property, so Disney didn't have to go before DOT or
any of that stuff. They just had to make sure they have to make sure they're up to code according to the DOT.
Of course, they're going to make sure that they're still safe,
right.
But they can play with colors on road signs that you wouldn't see anywhere else in the county.
And that's what made it so unique when you get off those exits. You know, you really know you're in Disney area because everything changes. Everything's are like, the power lines out there are shaped like Disney's. Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. So that's just stuff you don't see around Maine, Orlando. So we were talking about the cost of these signs. What do you think a stop sign or a yield sign costs just on the side of the road that you see?
800 bones.
No,
it's not quite 800. I shot over a little bit, but I make up for it somewhere else. Just the sign post, the piece of steel that you put them on.
What?
Just the sign post that you put them on. If you use 2 of those, they're about $500 a piece. No, excuse me, $150 a piece. If you use the breakaway steel, they're about $500 a piece. In other words, when they hit, instead of wrinkling and cracking up and wrapping over into your car, they just snap off,
right?
I guess, and break away, right, for safety. So how about the cantilevered signs, the ones that have the structure that come up over the road and they're the biggest signs? How much do you think those are a piece?
Oh, man. Now, is this just the sign or also the thing that holds up the sign?
So they are 2 separate costs, the structure and then the actual sign
structure
itself.
that goes over a highway that holds those signs.
Yes. What do you think those cost each?
$15,000.
Deb?
I'll go 20.
Ross?
I'll go 14.
50 to 60,000 each.
Damn.
50?
What do you think the sign bridge will be? That's like the bridges of the signs that go over the overpasses and stuff. Those big giant signs that have 4 or 5 things. Like in this lane you do this, in this lane you do that.
$250,000.
No.
That wouldn't be
No,
more.
Deb. I'm going to go $10,000.
I'm going to go 15,000.
80 to 100K.
For a sign?
Points, Deb.
No.
Say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
that's
Wait. How much you guess?
She said 250.
That's you didn't
Actually,
win.
I still want the points.
That's not.
Matter of fact, you came in third place.
That's not how any of this
Still
works.
want the points.
It's
All right.
fine. We can give
We'll
you
give
these-
Deb some
Thank
points.
you.
We can
Ding.
give you the participation trophy points.
Wow, they're so
I wasn't of that generation, so I'd appreciate it.
So stop acting like it.
unbelievably expensive.
What? I've been paying attention to you for 3 years.
I won points.
Ding! You didn't win points. How did you win points?
He was the closest on the sign.
closest.
Get out of here.
It's that math. It's in his CRT math book.
Yeah.
The best explanation of that is that of the Common Core math is Nate Bargatze. Yeah, I know he's coming to the. We're going to go see him Saturday night. He's a comedian. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's brilliant. He talks about that. He does a bit on the Common Core math. Where he goes, Common Core math is like if you have somebody come to your front door and they open the door and you go and he says, "Can I come on in?" He goes, "No, man, you can't come in. You have to go around the back door, hop the fence, and then come up here and then come in that way."
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
He goes, "But this door works." He goes, "Oh, yeah, this door works fine. Most people use this door, but you're going to have to go around and come back around and come back." This is just silly. All right, 407-916-1041. Yeah, expensive, man. I knew this because we talked about this with the Monsters years ago. And you know what makes it really expensive? It's the surface, that reflective surface.
Right.
That stuff's very expensive to produce, apparently. And then, of course, when you produce in different colors like Disney does, I'm guessing it's even more because primarily it's like red, yellow, because of the yield. Get red for stop signs. Some other signs will have blue if they're indicators of what gas stations are available or what food
And I'm
vendors are
fairly
available.
certain that the colors like purple, which the signs had been since the opening of like Disney MGM back in the late 80s, early 90s, is a more expensive color to produce, is the purple.
Yep.
Because it's not your standard DOT green, yellow, red.
A cantilevered sign will be somewhere between 50 and 60,000. A sign bridge will be between 80 and 100,000 for each structure. So as you're driving down I-4, or 429 or 417, and as you're going under your bridges today, start doing some simple math and find out how much it costs to put the signs up for your route on the way home. I bet it's not far from $1 million.
I could do it cheaper with some PVC.
Yeah, you probably could, Jack.
Oh, that and some Gorilla Tape.
Yeah, I'm sure your PVC.
Some Flex Seal.
I wonder what winds they have to, what they're regulated for. I wonder if that's more regulated than buildings.
More than likely. I've never seen a sign collapse.
Oh, it's happened. I think one of the hurricanes blew one of the signs over, and then they just had one collapse because it was installed improperly.
So that tells me that they would have to be at least a certain category of hurricane resistant, but that's also part of the reason, right?
They're just giant sails.
That's why emergency officials don't want you on the roads during a storm like that, because there is no guarantee that highway sign isn't going to start coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
You get a 110-mile-an-hour wind, hit one of those things, it's perfect, blow it over pretty quick.
Surprised they don't put holes in them like Swiss cheese.
You know, that is kind of surprising, because they could do that.
Someone just texted at 77031, high-intensity prismatic material is expensive, but that is not the major cost.
I wonder what it is. It can't be just the materials, right?
Yeah, way to leave us hanging with that.
Yeah, no joke.
That's not the major cost, and I know what is. Sorry, got to go.
I want to watch your show. All right, 407-916-1041. Come back here in 1 second. Let's find out what Ross has for us, what's coming up this weekend, taking Brendan O'Connor's place this week. And we'll have your next keyword. Oh, you better be sassy.
You better dress like it.
You better work it, girl.
Love is love.
Crop top.
Love is love.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Delays continue on I-4 this afternoon. It's a solid ride westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're slow, too, between Parr Street and Colonial Drive, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound, a busy ride as well between Newitz Highway 27 and Polk County up to 429, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest is on at Lowe's. Right now, get premium mulch for their new low price of $2.98 a bag. Lowe's, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 4/21/22 through 4/27/22. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Life is about showing up and about showing people you care. HCA Florida Healthcare helps you show up for your health and your family's. Florida's largest care network makes healthcare easier, friendlier, and smarter. And we put you at the center of it all. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist with your summer plans by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website at realradio.fm. Then wait for your phone to ring from a number you won't recognize. And if it does, answer it. Because that is how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air has been in business since 1992, right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change-out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Did an accident leave you in need of representation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Spring on the cold brew at Dunkin'. Whether you're in the mood for salty with our rich and creamy salted caramel cold foam, or sweet with our smooth and velvety sweet cold foam, we've got the perfect sips. DD Perks members can enjoy a medium for $3. America runs on Dunkin'.
Exclusions, additional charges, and terms may apply. Participation may vary.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Cars are one of our top monthly expenses. Maintenance, insurance, gas, and of course, the car loan payment. Most of you, like me, probably think you've got a great interest rate, right? But you probably are overpaying. There's a Consumer Report study that says most people are paying too much for their car loans. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Yes, you heard me correctly, $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year, and I know I could use that. I guess, get some extra shoes or something. So go to upstart.com/auto to check your rate. It's super quick, easy, and it will not impact your credit score. Monthly savings are estimated based on all people who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms. Upstart has helped thousands of borrowers across the country get better interest rates on their car loans. Check your rate today and see how much you can save. Visit upstart.com/auto. That's upstart.com/auto.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Having trouble with your AC? Call our friends at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. With 30 years of experience, they can certainly help you out. Carrier factory authorized dealers with up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. Family owned and operated, it's millsair.com.
McDonald's spicy chicken McNuggets are so crispy, so juicy, and so back right now for a limited time. Lightly breaded and spicy tempura made with a blend of aged cayenne. They pair perfectly with your favorite dipping sauces like ranch. Order ahead right now with the McDonald's app to get 20% off spicy chicken McNuggets. But you better tap fast before they're all gone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McD app offer valid through 5/31/22 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
McDonald's crispy chicken sandwiches are so crispy, so juicy, and so tender. It's so worth stopping right away to pick one up. Now with the McDonald's app, get 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Use the app to order ahead and pass the line. Join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points towards free food. And discover great deals daily, like 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid once a day through 12/31/22. Excludes tax. Rewards program excludes delivery. At participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
No payments for 120 days with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTJS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
So if Disney is its own state, then we can expect cops with Mickey Mouse ears that turn red and blue and they spin on top of their head to go ahead and secure some sort of bad person within the Disney Florida community? Is that what we're trying to fight? That ain't happening, man.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is PAY, P-A-Y. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Again, your 4 o'clock keyword is PAY. Good luck. We hope you win that $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is here.
That ain't happening, man.
That's Russ
Come
is here,
on,
too.
man. Man.
I'm Team Larry.
I'm Team Larry, too.
He has a good voiceover voice.
He does.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, he has a good voice.
But that was his one for the day, so now we got to wait till tomorrow to get Larry's talk back.
Is that Larry's first time hearing that that's his only talk back of the day?
I think he knows. We establish only one a day.
He's super pissed because he's got a hot take for 6.
Yeah, I disagree with that. If he's dropping fire, then
I don't know. If he said something really good, we'll put it on.
All right, 407. Don't encourage him. 407-916-1041.
Come on, man.
Text 77031. We got to try the new chicken restaurant in Orlando.
Let's go.
one of the 50 that have come in town. But I have to tell you, this one separated itself a little bit. We got to try Chicken Guy today.
Yeah, we did.
This is Guy Fieri, his new product. And I think he partnered up with
Robert Earl?
Robert Earl, that's right, from Planet Hollywood to bring this into Central Florida. 2 locations right there in Winter Park and what used to be the Marlowe's there, I believe.
Yeah.
And then now in Disney Springs as well. Their chicken tenders are freaking awesome, by the way.
I had the sandwich, and that sauce on that sandwich was just so good.
Did you have the crispy fried or grilled sandwich? Is that what it was?
Fried.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And the chicken, it was perfectly fried because you didn't have the breading overtaking the chicken, and it was a good-sized piece of white chicken breast.
Wow.
Yeah, it says Chicken Guy features one-of-a-kind tenders pounded out to maximize crunchy texture and flavor.
They have classics, hot and spicy sauces, tons of different sauces.
And
wow.
the Winter Park is the first location with drive-through ordering.
Fried pickles.
Oh, wow.
You get a little box lunch action where you can get 3 tenders, some fries, and some other things as well.
It's this might be a weird compliment, but it is a compliment. It's the first chicken sandwich where I really enjoyed lettuce tomato on.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Usually with my chicken sandwiches, just give me chicken, a light sauce, maybe a pickle.
And that's.
But this lettuce, tomato, fried chicken, it also had pickle, and then Jack nailed it. That sauce.
Yeah.
Game changer.
I was told that it was similar to another chicken restaurant that's not far from there, but I would disagree wholeheartedly. These are way different than that, and they're not super heavy crispy. They have like a light, almost kind of. It's just a weird, not weird. That's a bad word, but the breading is different, crunchy, delicious. But the chicken is cooked perfectly, and I think you'll enjoy it. Give it a shot.
Chicken
Guy, right over there in Winter Park, and of course out in Disney Springs as well. Ross, what you got there, buddy?
Well, guys,
what you got, buddy?
And so this is definitely an event that I think I might have to attend because what's going down April 23rd from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Check this out.
That's this Saturday, right?
Yep. The Museum of Illusions.
You know, I've been reading about this.
They're going to give you one of the coolest experiences ever because you get to bring your dog in.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, you get to trip out your dog with these illusions and take photos with it. Tickets are $30. One ticket admits one person and one dog. Advanced registration is required, so definitely hit them up on that website. But this is awesome. I just think it's really cool to be able to bring your dog to a whole place filled with illusions.
So it's just basically, is it classic illusions that you've seen magicians do before in the past, or is it just like that one part of the science center where you go in there and it's the one things that just kind of defy logic?
Yes. You walk into a room and if you're on the left side of the room, you look way smaller,
right?
And stuff like that. So I personally would love to bring my dumb dog and just be like, yeah, dude, this is the closest thing you're gonna be able to ever do that's close to drugs.
That seems odd to have the dog part of that. Like, I understand the Museum of Illusions, but to bring your animal in seems kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not having any problem with it. I'm just saying it seems like a weird hook.
I really want to see the dog's head tilt to the left, just perpetually.
You want to see some cool illusions and your dog?
Yeah. Also, we have Gatorland. They just announced Gatorpalooza.
Yeah, Gatorpalooza, yeah.
A 2-day festival with a Florida man race through gator-infested swamps.
Yeah, they were talking about that on the Monsters today. I guess
they're going to do it?
They're going to do a boat across that lake where all those gators are.
Yeah.
There's zip lining and all kinds of stuff.
So
yeah, no thank you. Hard pass for me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Savannah mentioned it, and Russ immediately was like, no, and everyone else was on the show was like, no, let's do it.
There,
And so they voted Russ down.
Hard agree with you, Rollins. I agree with you 100%.
Come
there you
on,
go.
let's do it.
Right into the books. I agree wholeheartedly with Russ on this one.
You just got to zig and zag, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Zig, zag, you're good.
I'll do that over pickleball.
Wow, really?
In a heartbeat.
You would ride a rowboat through a gator-infested pond over playing pickleball?
Twice.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And golf.
You're so cute
any of these
so
sport
cute in the
things,
socks, though.
Yeah, no. You leave me with the gators. It's more fun.
So cute in the socks and the 70s little satin shorts. Adorable.
Yeah.
And the statue that said worst.
It's either a small bite or a torn MCL.
Right.
Also, they have live music, games, giveaways. The park is also hosting markets and food vendors. The event runs, though, by the way, May 14th and 15th. So got some time for that.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thornton Park Main Street is hosting a special block party.
Very nice.
Thursday, May 5th, my anniversary.
Cinco de Mayo.
There
you go.
Ew.
Friendly piece of advice for any person who is single. Fall in love. Have your first date on one of those C-tier holidays.
One of those hammering, one of those broa days.
St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
There's always a party in your honor.
There's always a party. There's always events, and you will never forget your anniversary. Tickets are $10 in advance, 20 day of the event, but it does include 2 free drinks, courtesy of Tito's Handmade Vodka and good old Thule, Guinness and Miller Lite. Do you guys rage on Cinco de Mayo? When was the last time you raged?
I haven't been out on a Cinco de Mayo in forever, man.
I'm bringing you back.
Yeah,
you're coming out of retirement.
20, 30 years, maybe.
Yeah, man, that's amateur hour. You just don't get out there and tool around with those kids, man. They get too blotto.
Now,
too aggro out there right now.
I get a contact buzz just by listening to the News Junkie from one of their Cinco de Mayo broadcasts.
Exactly.
I look forward. I'm completely jealous of them. So this is actually a very exciting show that's happening. It is sold out for the weekend. So if you do plan on getting tickets to go seeing Assassins, which is presented by the Florida Theatrical Association, this show's making a lot of buzz, and it's going down at the Cheyenne Saloon.
Assassins?
Assassins.
It's a band?
Which is such a fun word to spell. No, it's not a band. It's a play.
It's a play.
All right, so Assassins lays bare the lives of 9 individuals who assassinated or tried to assassinate the President of the United States.
Wow.
And a one-act historical reviewsical, end quote.
Wow, that's a good word.
That explores the dark side of the American experience. The dark side of the American, from John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. This has been a pretty famous play. It was written by Stephen Sondheim. And John Weidman. This show's selling out and it's making waves. So if you're trying to go ahead and see it, make sure you get tickets, because right now Friday, Saturday, and I believe Sunday is already sold out. But this weekend is their opening weekend.
Didn't Sondheim just pass?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote. He's a composer.
Oh, he wrote most everything.
Right. Yeah.
He did a lot.
Yeah.
Record Store Day 2022 going down over at Park Ave.
Oh, that means I gotta go get my mass pack.
That's happening. It's April 23rd.
So
is when it's going
Saturday,
down.
yeah.
Another Saturday banger.
So you got to slide over there and get your 10 record deal. You pay like $10. They stuck 10 albums, like just miscellaneous records, into a garbage bag, the old paper bags, and then seal it up. You pay your $10 and you open them up like baseball cards.
Oh, cool.
You get everything from I had a what was it? Oh my God, something honey. What was it? Taste of Honey album.
Yep.
That's where I got that.
Boogie Oogie.
Oh yeah, Bub.
And I finally figured out why vinyls, are very popular amongst, I think, younger people.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we're not accustomed to listening to an entire album, and B, we don't really we're a little lazy maybe when it comes to music. So we don't want to put in the work in to go ahead and, change the track. Or you can't change the track,
Right,
so
you
you're kind of
just
stuck.
You have to know where to put the needle.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's kind of hip. It's just a hip thing.
It's a hip thing.
And can I tell you something else? It's weird that you don't get right now in the world of music? There's no album art. So you get to buy records that have album art. You actually get to see something visual paired up with the artist rather than just a download that really never shows you or tells you anything about the record or artist.
And the liner notes.
Right, all that.
That's why I've been listening to vinyls, because it forces me to listen to the entire thing.
Yep.
Instead of just going skip, go to my song.
And a great example is, one of my big weaknesses for people who've just started listening to the show is I love disco music, and this Taste of Honey album has an old hit called Boogie Oogie Oogie that was a giant hit.
Till you just can't boogie no more.
Exactly. But there are 3 other tracks on that side that are also slammers, man. I mean, really good tunes. So that's another thing, is you get to hear some of the other music that you may actually even like better.
This is pretty cool, and I have a hard time seeing myself not going to this event because Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
What are they doing?
Well, they're coming to Orlando
for
a bottle signing.
They launched a wine or a liquor or something.
Yeah, they have
tequila?
I believe it's mezcal. It's mezcal called Dos Hombres. That's going down.
Is it blue? Is it tinted blue?
It is not tinted blue.
Oh, boo!
No, Jack's out. Jack's out.
If it doesn't fit the narrative, Jack's out.
But they have a mezcal.
They missed an opportunity there. That's all I'm saying.
Dos Hombres, and you go ahead, buy a bottle, and get that bottle signed. They'll be setting up at the downtown liquor shop, the Liquor Library and Wine Market in downtown Orlando from noon to 2 p.m.
That's a gigantic deal, man.
That's huge.
Like, I think if you get a bottle of that signed and never sell it, it has probably some long-lasting value, maybe, if it's any good.
They have one bottle of mezcal for $65, and then they have their extremely high exclusive limited edition mezcal going for $349.
That'll sell out first.
You think so?
Yep, that's what happens.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Also, to close it up, the Trophy Room. You guys know about the Trophy Room?
Never even heard of it.
Well, it's hosting its grand opening event on Friday, April 22nd.
That's why we haven't heard of it.
The Trophy Room is Michael Jordan's apparel shop brand that is owned by Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan.
Really?
This has been making waves for a minute now.
Really? Where are they opening this?
This is happening, and so this store is actually opened back. It first was opened in Disney Springs, but now they're opening it back up by Lake Eola.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so it's like right next to Lake Eola. I've already driven by it and seen lines out the door for their soft opening.
Wow,
because
really?
This is going to be one of the crack spots for new shoes.
Yeah, for sneakerheads.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like limited releases,
all of
signed versions of them, like collector versions, game worn, all that stuff will be rolling through there, plus
Absolutely.
jerseys and everything else.
And then you also have Earth Day birthday going down.
That's right,
This Saturday, baby.
Yay. Earth Day birthday.
Godsmack.
What's
3 days grace.
30th or something? It's got to be up there. 20. It's got to be in the high 20s, right?
Happy birthday,
yeah,
Earth.
20. It's Earth Day birthday 28.
There
It's
you go.
this
Wow.
Saturday. Gates at 11 a.m. at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. And if you need tickets, you can get them. Go to WJRR.com. I'll be out there.
And
Are you going? Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually help out early in the day, like check people in. I volunteered. How about that? 9 a.m.
Good
I'm
for
gonna
you,
be.
buddy.
I'm gonna be at the Central Florida Fairgrounds at 9 a.m.
I'll be thinking about you. I
You're
promise.
a saint.
Come
You
on
are a saint.
down. Let's hang.
I
What's
would
next, Ross?
I'm down with Earth Day birthday, but what you doing volunteering, Jack?
They named the stage the Bird Stage.
Did they really?
Yeah, in honor of Linda Bird,
Oh, God.
who announced her retirement last week.
Oh, I was going to say God rest her soul.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm joking. It's a joke. She would get it. She loves me.
I don't know, man. I think maybe the love took a little dent after that one.
That was a joke. It was a joke because he didn't say who it was.
Uh-huh.
And then when he said the boss, God almighty, really?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, are you?
Yeah. It got a little dark.
Did it?
A little bit. For the real, though, on the real, bungalower.com is where I got all this information from.
Oh, cool.
And I know we have him himself, Brendan O'Connor, the bungalower, always on air. But I just want to take a moment and go, that website I use
It's great.
every week.
It's very good.
It is the
He
best
does a good
date.
job.
It is the best date planning website. If you live in Central Florida, it's all about bungalowers.
Easy to navigate.
It's
tons
amazing.
of information about the city of Orlando. Really not a lot outside of the area. And great restaurant recommendations, real estate recommendations.
It's such a great website, and it's truly, the bungalow really does make Orlando and Central Florida a better place to live because of the research and all the work that they put into it.
I got to tell you
You're gonna
something
make
else.
him cry.
I got to tell you something else, man. You can, if you make that part of your normal stop. I mean, he breaks news about the city politically as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that guy knows, but he got inside information a year and a half ago about a deal that didn't even. I mean, you didn't hear for 3 weeks before he found out about it. He goes, "Man, you can't say anything, but this is going to happen." Sure enough. Also, restaurant openings and closings
all the time.
Knows about that stuff too. So bungalower.com. Thanks, Brendan. We appreciate that. We'll see you next week for sure. Good job, buddy.
Absolutely.
All
Be
right,
the cool guy in your group and go to that website.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget your 4 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Eastbound travel on I-4 still a stop-and-go ride between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, but now we're seeing delays between John Young Parkway and Robinson Street. Westbound solid between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're also seeing slow traffic between Parr Street and Colonial Drive, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. For inspiration to reach your goals, join Ben Nemtin to get on track with 5 steps to make the seemingly impossible possible. Register at ExpressPros.com/ExpressTalks. A free virtual event May 5th from Express Employment Professionals. ExpressPros.com.
Springtime is a great time to add appeal and value to your home with a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. Love these guys. Whether it's to keep a nosy neighbor outside or keep your puppy and kids safely inside, the fence freaks at Mossy Oak have you covered. Freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and your security. Skilled craftsmen use only the very best materials, getting you the best results every single time. And they have quality, and that quality is backed with the best warranty in the business. Simply visit mossyoakfences.com for your quote today. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Mars Bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates. Hi there. I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah. I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
A little to the left. Now to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Cleaning your fuel system can make your car run better and improve gas mileage. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a bottle of Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner and add it to your tank during your next fill-up. On sale now, buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by and talk to our professional parts people today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You want to save energy, water, and money, but don't know where to begin? It's easier than you think, and OUC is here to help every step of the way. With 16 different residential rebates, from ceiling insulation and duct repair to solar thermal water heaters, you can save hundreds. So invest in energy and water efficiency and see the savings you can generate. Visit ouc.com/ways to save. Do it today. That's ouc.com/ways to save.
The new true crime podcast, White Eagle, investigates one of the largest cash heists in U.S. history. The robbery of over $7 million from an armored car warehouse. Was the ringleader a criminal mastermind, or was he a political pawn in a Cold War operation?
For some folks, they were boogeymen. They were, bandits hidden in the mountains and shadowy figures. For others, they were heroes.
Listen to White Eagle on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi guys, it's me, Brian Baumgartner, and maybe you've heard my podcast, The Office Deep Dive. Well, now I'm expanding it into even more of your favorite shows in my new podcast, Off the Beat.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
Hi, I'm Allison Hannigan.
My name is Jamie Lynn Segler, Meadow Soprano.
Eric Stone Street. I played Cameron Tucker.
Listen to Off the Beat on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, oneFirmForLife.com.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. 4 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here. Colbert Court coming up in a few minutes with our friend Glenn Klausman. Got a good case today. We'll try to figure that out with Glenn while we're on the phone. Everybody's familiar with Alex Jones, correct?
Totally.
Not that you want to be, but I'm sure you are.
Well, the frogs are gay, man.
Alex Jones, right. Famously, I don't even know. Saying he's a conspiracy theorist is almost an understatement.
Yeah.
Because it's more than that. It's malicious. You know, you can be a conspiracy theorist and not hurt anybody.
Yeah, it's demeaning the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's a malicious, malignant wart on the worst ass in all of America. And it took 10 years, but it looks like this guy's finally got his dues coming. If you haven't noticed, InfoWars, his company, and then InfoWars, there's another marketing company, I guess associated with it, are filing bankruptcy or seeking for protection because of the decision passed down by the judge to allow the people, the civil case is going to go against him. He put up he offered them something, a couple $100,000 or something a piece, these families, 22 families, I believe.
23, I believe.
Yeah. He offered them a couple $100,000 a piece. They turned it down collectively, said, no, that's fine. We won't do that. So here's where this is going to go, and it's going to be very interesting. Just pay attention to this. There's no question this guy's hiding money because he has made a whole bunch of money. So he's claiming bankruptcy. And now, by the way, for the reason he's in trouble is because he's the guy who said that Sandy Hook was a false flag. There were crisis actors. Nobody really got shot. This was all a ploy by the left to create a gun, an anti-gun environment to not repeal but amend the Second Amendment. You know, blah 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 blah. That whole thing. Of course, that wasn't true. Adam Lanza did go in there and kill 23 kids, some of them at point blank with a high-powered rifle. Also shot his own mother as well
as 6 educators.
Right. So that all did happen.
And he has admitted that finally.
He finally, but only because only because
it means nothing now.
So that he lost the defamation lawsuits. This happened in Texas and Connecticut, and it looks like he's finally going to have to pay. What I think is going to eventually happen to Alex Jones, I think that he's probably going to get on the hook from the IRS, and he's probably going to get popped for some evasion of some sort. They think he's hiding up to $3 million. I think it could be more than that.
Oh wow!
To avoid this bankruptcy situation where they're going to basically take everything the guy has. These hiding millions of dollars in assets. Creditors listed InfoWars bankruptcy, including relatives of some of the 20 kids and educators that were shot down by Adam Lanza in 2012. And I think finally this is what it's going to take. But that they just give you an idea of how slow that moves. It took them 10 years to get to this point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and 10 years with overwhelming evidence that they are right. I mean, there was never a question that everything Alex Jones was saying and doing. By the way, he was confronting these parents. He was calling these parents liars to their face, like on property.
Well, a couple of them moved to Florida.
Right, yeah.
To try to escape his harassment.
Right, because it wasn't only him, it was the people who follow InfoWars, those goons.
Alex Jones is a great example of what is the worst aspect of the internet.
Well, also, one of the things that really pushes the idea of the First Amendment as well.
That as well.
Yeah, this guy and other people like him. You get your Oans and your Steve Bannons and your Roger Stones and people of that nature. I'm not trying to make this political. It could be other people as well. Those are the people who, unfortunately, that information or disinformation becomes malicious. It's fringe, but it pushes the edge of what we consider free speech. Should you have the right to say that, hey, this didn't happen. Those kids didn't get shot. Those people are all alive. Those are all crisis actors. I mean, should you be able to say that and not have to suffer any consequences for it?
Well, you can't yell fire in a theater without consequences.
Yeah, understood. But I mean, that's a set thing. We know that. I mean, because you can get trampled or whatever. But I mean, these cases are always unbelievably interesting to me because these guys are the fringe guys. And they usually know where to go. The problem with people like Alex Jones, I mean, there are hundreds of them. If you look back in history, you don't have to go far to find them. The problem is the narcissism takes over, and they can't stop at the line. They don't know how to do that because the line doesn't give them the rush anymore. They've figured every way to get right up to the line and push the line, but that doesn't do it anymore. No differently than a drug addict needs that extra little bit to get you over the edge, and of course, that extra little bit is what puts you in the case. And that's the same thing with guys like Alex Jones. They push and push and push. And then when the audience says, well, I mean, yeah, that's not enough. We need more. How far can you go? How crazy can it be? And then force the person over the edge and then wind up saying something. And maybe this guy has said a billion things he should have to take back, but
it just
this particularly egregious.
It gives me a certain appreciation of how things were done in the past before my time of having, media that had gatekeepers. And someone that goes ahead and deems a CEO or a boss saying, no, this is good or this is bad, because then when you have the internet, you don't really have a gatekeeper. Your gatekeeper is YouTube, and the biggest determining factor is, are people watching it? And just like we stare at bad things in awe and wonder. We look at murder trials look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing right now. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Also, the Kardashian lawsuit, you can't get away from it everywhere. If it bleeds, it leads. Yeah. And without a gatekeeper or a CEO or a boss determining.
Yeah, my wife and I were wondering out loud the other day, with the internet, how far it could go. Where's the regulation? I said, well, that's one of those things that's been bantered about for a while now. Just like, how do you do that? Where do you start? How do you govern that? That's why they expect Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and the people who run these social media. They want them to govern them properly. Then, of course, what do you consider proper, depending on what Jack Dorsey thinks is proper for Twitter or not proper for Facebook, or what Mark Zuckerberg is fine for Instagram or Facebook. Yeah. Those individuals are creating the rules for it rather than the federal government, like the FCC does with broadcast rules with us and television.
But and I'm aware that Alex Jones is no longer on YouTube. At least the last time I checked.
And they pulled him down from that. He did his own thing.
But the damage is still done. He gathered an audience that's so passionate to follow every syllable. Next thing you know, you have people who listen to him tracking down families of tragedies.
The great thing you need to know about this, and I've been around a little bit, so I can tell you this comfortably, it doesn't matter if there's an Alex Jones. The people will wait for somebody to rise up and just have the balls to say it. Then they will follow them next. It doesn't matter who it is. Alex Jones goes away. In 2 years, you'll have another guy just like that, or another two guys just like that. There are other ones out there already like that. Mm-hmm. It's an audience seeking a leader because nobody wants to step up and say it. They want the one guy that's willing to do it. All right, 407-916-104, and then they get behind and make him rich and then tear him down. They have the power, really, because they have the money that's paying this guy. But as long as he says what they want, the minute he challenges them, that's when they go away and find the person they can just sycophant with, and that's how it works out. Colbert Court up next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. It's going to remain windy right through the weekend. High temperatures around or just above 80 degrees. There is a 10% chance for a late day shower Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, a 20% chance. Humidity and temperatures ramping up as we head toward the middle of next week. In fact, Wednesday of next week, 93 the high with a good chance for some afternoon thunderstorms. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, are you looking to bring fiber optics to your community? Learn about reliable fiber internet, world-class TV, and smart home services. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/bulk today.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month, where you'll find J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality in 2021. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models. For 2021 J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Not compatible with any other offer. 0% APR financing for 72 months equals $13.89 per month per 1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital, regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/2/22.
Witness the rise of the Northmen.
From Focus Features and director Robert Eggers.
I will find my father's killer and claim my kingdom.
Critics are calling The Northman an absolute beast of a movie that redefines epic.
Revenge is all I have ever known.
It's a stone-cold masterpiece. The Northman. Only in theaters tomorrow. Rated R. Under 17, unrated without parent.
Spring is here, and Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need for your lawn and garden this season. Tools Ace Hardware's helpful associates have the answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizers for you. Plus, you can bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 9 service centers for a tune-up or repair. It's Tools Ace Hardware with 11 locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. That's acehardware.com.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our shows streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The coasters aren't just for decoration.
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a dime and buy thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Oh, hi. You need something? Just say it. Real Radio 104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on...
All right, your 4 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. That's right, pay, that's it. Get to work. 407-916-1041. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Let's do Colbert Court.
What you are listening to is real. Well, sort of. The participants are not actors. That's a fact. This is, however, a real case that will be decided here in our forum, the Colbert Court.
That's right, Colbert Court brought to you by our friend Glenn Klausman. That's Klausman Law, Klausman Law.com. Offices up in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Klausman. He can damn sure take good care of you. Glenn, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Hey, you need to change the keyword one time to Klausman.
Oh, yeah?
Keyword's Klausman.
You have to
for
talk
$1,000.
Talk to the powers that be. That's actually not a bad marketing idea.
Yeah, that's yeah. Work on that. Pam!
Trying to make it as easy as possible. Klausman. Just text that.
Yes, absolutely. That's it.
How's your week been, buddy?
Great. Just working away.
Hey, do you have a record player?
A record player.
Like vinyl? Do you have vinyl records in your house?
Oh, we have vinyl, yeah. Yeah, we have vinyl, yeah.
Do you have a player?
Yeah, I don't know if it works anymore. We haven't used it in so long.
Really? What kind of records do you have?
Old ones.
Like how old, though, man? Are you talking like 50s stuff or 60s stuff? What are you talking about?
No. It's primarily 60s and 70s.
Yeah, like rock, or is it like easy listening? Is it like the Ventures and the Doors?
More easy listening, more Beatles, Crosby, Stills, Nash, that kind of stuff.
That fits. You don't listen to much music now, do you? You're always working.
I'm working, but if we do, we're listening in a car to
Lady
CDs
Gaga.
or whatever.
Yeah. Do you have a playlist? Do you Bluetooth, and do you have like an online playlist when you guys drive places? And who gets to pick most of the music? Is it you or Shelley?
Oh, it's the boss.
Well, it's a better circumstance if she picks it because she's happy that way. And it doesn't matter that much to me. As long as she's happy, I'm happy.
Does she like the same music you like?
No, she's more into, I guess, more of the stuff my daughter's into.
Oh,
she
likes newer music, like pop music and stuff.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran, Adam Levine,
listen,
that kind of stuff.
To have a video of you and your wife rolling down the road listening to some Taylor Swift or Selena Gomez would be worth the money for you. Just to let you know, I would pay good money for that.
Yeah, in the convertible.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
All right,
glad to hear it.
He says glad to hear it. I'm glad you'd find it entertaining, Jimbo.
Glenn saying glad to hear it means next topic.
What would be more entertaining? Glenn listening to hardcore hip hop or really heavy metal?
Well, when Glenn and I are recording our hip hop cast, that's when that's when we listen to hip hop, and Glenn he's a student of the genre.
Oh yes.
Well, I saw the other night on TV. I guess I don't know what streaming network it was, but they had a tribute they were playing to Led Zeppelin with the old guys in the balcony with Obama and Michelle Obama there. They got some kind of award.
It was
some younger woman they did a great job too. I forget who it was. Jack would know.
This was the Kennedy Center Honors. This was about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was Ann Wilson and Nancy Wilson performing with the whole band.
And from Heart.
Yeah, and from Heart. And we actually talked to Ann Wilson in the past year, and that is one of my favorite TV moments in all of television, that performance of Stairway to Heaven in front of Led Zeppelin at the Kennedy Center Honors.
Yeah, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant were there, and I believe they started crying.
They did. They were in tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, that's a classic, terrific song.
By the way, that entire series, there's a number of those that are out there. That Kennedy Center Honors program.
Yeah, it's every December. It's my favorite 2 hours of television a year.
Yeah, man. My wife was lucky enough to go up when Gloria Gaynor was inducted into it wasn't Kennedy Center, but it was into the
Smithsonian.
Yeah, that music archive thing.
Yeah.
And man, she says the pomp and circumstance of those big time award honors like that, when it comes to being inducted into one of those big high, whether it be the Library of Congress or
it's your country at the highest level.
Oh, man.
That's cool.
She says it's no joke. It's very, very cool. So
that's like a Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, it is a Medal of Honor.
That makes your flag fly at full staff.
All right, so for people who don't know what we do here on
next topic.
So many people directing the show, Don't you dare sit back like that. Don't you dare do that to me. Don't sit back in your chair like you're disgusted, Klausman. I won't have it.
I'm not. I think it's funny. I think Jack cracked a good one.
All right, there we go. For people who aren't familiar with Colbert Court and what we do, our buddy Glenn Klausman here is a personal injury attorney in Central Florida, is always on the legal elite. By the way, congratulations for making it again. Good job.
Back up.
All right.
Rewind.
All right, rewind.
We're good. We're good.
All right, so
All right.
Glenn is a personal injury attorney here in Central Florida. He handles anything. That's why we say car crash, call Klausman. And not to mention, he handles cases that other attorneys can't, and then winds up getting answers for them. This just happened here recently with a motorcycle crash, one of our listeners as well. So what we do is we read a case that Glenn has either had, already argued, or is in the process of arguing. We try to figure it out between us. We kick it over to Glenn to find out exactly what can happen. The reason why this is a very important segment and it has so many fans is because people learn about their own policies and learn what they should be doing in case of one of these tragedies, whether it be a car crash or a fall or whatever the case may be. That way you have an idea of the protocol you should take to make sure that you are protected legally. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Here we go. I was in a car accident 2 days ago, and I need to see a doctor for neck pain, so I called my primary care family physician, and they refused to see me because it was a car accident. They told me they don't bill car insurance. They told me they cannot bill my health insurance for a car accident.
Double.
I don't feel I should have to pay out of pocket. I called the insurance company for the person who ran the stop sign and hit me, and they refused to pay my medical bill and told me I have to use my own car insurance. I don't feel my car insurance should be involved since the accident wasn't my fault. My family physician's office called me back and referred me to a car accident clinic place who also said they don't take my health insurance but will bill my car insurance. I looked them up online and they had some very bad reviews about quickly running up a lot of medical bills. I don't feel like I should get stuck with medical bills when this accident was not my fault. What answers do you have for me?
Easy.
I love that. I love that people are just so blunt about that. Tell me what I should do.
Hire Glenn Klausman. I mean, you need to hire an attorney, and here's a couple of reasons why. Because there is no reason for your car insurance or your health insurance to pay these bills because you are not the person at fault. So you need an attorney to go after the insurance of the person who caused the accident. And you're going to want to do it sooner rather than later because
you have time
because you only have 14 days after the time of the accident for you to be able to seek medical treatment. And I also think you don't want to go to that clinic based on the recommendation from your primary physician because that could affect your settlement down the road. Once you do retain legal counsel, that could come into play and maybe possibly reduce your benefits or show that you tried to take this into your own hands. I just think stay away from the clinic, hire Glenn Klausman, go after the insurance company of the person who caused the accident.
They told me they don't bill car insurance. They told me they cannot bill my health insurance. So apparently...
Yeah, your primary care won't, but that's something that has come up a long time that your primary care physicians do not want to be involved in auto accident cases because of the insurance and how that gets paid. And that's why Glenn talks all the time about doctors who focus on that and specialize in that.
So I'll ask a very stupid question. What should you do then? If you need medical care, do you just go to the emergency room then? I mean, you have a primary care physician for a reason, right?
I would go to the emergency room before I would go to my GP or a clinic.
You do, but remember, your own insurance does give you a certain amount of coverage for that medical need.
I think the person's worry has to be, if I make a claim against my own car insurance for an issue I didn't cause, I'm going to have to pay more in premiums.
Or I get dropped.
Or you get dropped.
Right. Well, the first order of business is going to be taking care of your health in a timely
For
manner.
sure.
And we
Right,
know
yeah.
in 2 weeks you have to kind of address that issue for an injury to be associated with an accident.
Or there's no claim if you don't go within that first 2 weeks.
How can the insurance company for the guy who caused the accident, or person I should say, who ran the stop sign, how can they just outright refuse to pay?
Because they assume that the person doesn't know any better and will just start back at zero. I don't think it's that they don't have any liability, but as Glenn has told us so many times, the first tactic they're going to go with is that we don't owe you anything.
Whether it's true or not, but
exactly.
They will get, that'll work some of the time.
And why would your primary care physician that you have a good relationship with offer to send you to one of these clinics that they know for a fact does nothing but run up bills for the $10,000 that you get, and then really offer you no therapeutic help?
So I wouldn't assume that the primary care physician knows that person is going to just run up your bill to $10,000. But what they do know is there are clinics that specialize in auto accident cases.
Faticus Inch is waiting to speak.
I have a quick question. Have y'all ever seen the movie RoboCop?
No.
I have seen RoboCop. Faticus, tell me how that applies.
Because the civilians in Detroit need RoboCop. And in this instance, I would say that this person who's being denied left, right, up, down, north, south, east, west, in every way possible, you getting denied. They need a RoboCop. And now, who's RoboCop in this situation? Who?
Is it you?
I am not RoboCop.
Is it Glenn?
Glenn is RoboCop.
Okay, Glenn is Peter Weller in this situation.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I believe you need to hire an attorney.
Mm-hmm. Glenn is looking at his screen like he's trying to read fine print.
yeah. So your answer, the total of your answer is hire an attorney.
And also watch RoboCop.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, so we have those two things down. So we'll add that to the list of injury RoboCop.
But in all seriousness, you hire an attorney, you go ahead, you sue their car insurance that straight up said, no, we ain't going to help.
Why would I still can't get over the fact that the primary physician would know that these clinics are kind of sketchy. Matter of fact, the guy even said in the context of that letter that he looked them up and they had some terrible reviews.
Yeah, but that's assuming that the doctor has done the same thing, and they probably don't have any other options. They're just trying to give their patient that they do have a good relationship with, hey, we can't see you. This is an option, hoping please do your due diligence and go do a Google and see what the reviews are and maybe not go. But this is the only option we have.
Yes, somebody's at fault here. All this sounds great, but we have somebody who's at fault. We know who caused the wreck. Why can't that guy's insurance take care of this? I don't understand why there's any other question than that. We know for a fact that person has insurance because the person said their insurance office said we can't do anything for you, even though our guy caused the accident. I don't understand how you can even say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Why even have insurance if they can say that to you?
Like three blind mice in a dark room.
God almighty. Man, I want to strangle you.
Wait,
Glenn, if I strangle this guy, will you represent me?
Oh, no. He's too entertaining.
Okay, very good. All right, well, Glenn, we're kind of perplexed here. Well, I should say I'm kind of perplexed here.
Well, you're kind of all over the place, really. First of all, we've talked about before that your own insurance pays up to $10,000 for your own medical bills.
Sure.
Remember that conversation? So what happens is...
I mentioned
Can I stop you there real quick and ask a question? Let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
So when you say that, okay, so automatically the $10K, will that affect my premium? If I have to use that for any reason at any time, regardless of fault, will that affect my premium?
It is not supposed to.
Okay, there you go.
There's the operative word,
right.
Supposed to.
Yeah, so you're supposed to go to your own car insurance. People don't like to hear that, but unfortunately, that's what the law is in Florida. That's what no fault is about. Regardless of fault, you go through your own insurance for your first $10,000. And some people have 80%, some have 100%. All primary care physicians are not like this one. Some will see accident people, but a lot of them don't like the procedures they have to go through to get paid by people's auto insurance, and some don't like dealing with lawyers. And when you have a car accident and you've got a claim, somewhere down the road, there may be a lawsuit and the doctor's deposition will be taken, and they just don't like dealing with lawyers. So some of them will not take car insurance. And they are correct that if it's a car accident, they cannot bill health insurance because car accident insurance comes first.
Right.
So your no-fault insurance comes first. If you use all your no-fault insurance, if you go through the whole 10 grand and you have health insurance, then your health insurance can start paying. But up front, at first, if you start billing health insurance, they'll send you a letter saying, well, was this from an accident? And if you answer, yes, it was, they'll say, hey, we're not paying anyway. You have to go through your own car insurance. So, I mean, that's the situation there. And the other person's insurance is correct that right off the bat, even though their person caused these injuries, right off the bat, they don't have to start paying for your medical bills if it's a car accident. Now, if you're on a motorcycle, it's totally different, because on a motorcycle, you don't have no fault coverage, and there's a whole different set of rules.
Really?
But what we're talking about here is this person in a car accident. So, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. I don't know if there's any other questions that came up with this I forgot about.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the damage to the vehicle. So, I mean, he got obviously ran a red light, ran a stop sign, hit the vehicle. There's some damage to the vehicle that has to be fixed as well. We understand that the person's health is number one, but what happens there? Are they able to say the same thing when it comes to the damage of the vehicle?
No.
Let's say $10,000 for the damage of the vehicle. Who pays that?
No, everybody that has insurance is required to have $10,000 of insurance to pay for someone else's vehicle damage. So the person who ran a stop sign, their insurance will pay up to 10 grand. Some people have more, but at least 10 grand towards that person's vehicle that they're insured damaged.
And if it's the car is totaled, you're screwed unless you have uninsured or what? Well, that's actually not even the case, because you don't have to have uninsured. The person has insurance.
Yeah, this starts to get confusing when we talk about all these different coverages, and uninsured motorist coverage protects you for your injuries, not for the damage to your car. So that's why people have collision coverage.
Right.
They have collision coverage to protect their car. So if you have a $25,000 car and the person who totaled your car only has $10,000, then you go through your own collision coverage to get your 25 grand for your totaled car.
Wow.
So I mean, there's all these different coverages. That's why it's so important. And when people try to do it themselves, they get taken advantage of because they don't know all the rules.
Hey, Glenn, you know attorneys from all over the U.S. Is Florida one of the more complicated car insurance states, or is it not? I mean, is it more difficult to be an attorney for this kind of litigation in this state, or have you heard of it worse than other states?
No, I mean, I think Florida, because of the no-fault rules, it may be a little bit different. But, it's just, I don't think it's worse than a lot of other states. I don't know that it's better than a lot of other states. I mean, I've been doing it for so long. I live it, and it's easy for me to, navigate through. But for people that don't know how to handle it, I mean, they could make a lot of mistakes. I mean, I have other lawyers that refer these cases to me because they do some other kind of law, and they don't want to take a chance on screwing up a case that they don't know that area of the law.
If you had one law to change about insurance in Florida, what would it be? The one thing you could change.
I'd want to see people be required to have insurance when their negligence hurts somebody else, and that's the sad part. That I have people that call me, they get hurt in an accident, and the person who caused the accident does not have insurance to pay for the injuries they've caused, because Florida does not require that. And that's something we've tried to get passed for a number of years, and for whatever reason can't get it passed.
Yeah, for whatever reason. I wonder what that reason is.
Yeah, gosh, I wonder.
I mean, the insurance industry, the insurance industry knows that a percentage of people are causing most of the accidents, and they cause them over and over again, and they're bad drivers, and they don't want to be forced to insure those people when those people injure someone else.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's my opinion on it.
Well, buddy, as always, this is very interesting and extremely informative, and we really appreciate your time. Glenn Klausman, that's Klausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, very easy to find, and you can always find him online and get his number at 407-917-1718.
Watch RoboCop.
All right, thanks, everybody.
All right.
And because those people don't have that kind of insurance, what kind of insurance should you have to protect yourself.
Uninsured and
motorist coverage.
Underinsured.
Yeah.
We stole it away from you, Jack.
You people.
I don't think we did good.
I get 3 lines of show.
They're not going to give Jack his glory, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn, thanks again, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
You got it, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Authorities remain on scene of this accident that has traffic at a standstill north on the turnpike between the 408 and 429. 3 right lanes are now blocked. Westbound travel on the 408 is just solid between Good Homes Road and the turnpike, so just avoid this area. We're seeing heavy traffic south on the turnpike between 417 and US 192 as well. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are so crispy, so juicy, and so back right now for a limited time. Lightly breaded and spicy tempura made with a blend of aged cayenne. They pair perfectly with your favorite dipping sauces like ranch. Order ahead right now with the McDonald's app to get 20% off Spicy Chicken McNuggets. But you better tap fast before they're all gone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McD app offer valid through 5/31/22 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
McDonald's crispy chicken sandwiches are so crispy, so juicy, and so tender. It's so worth stopping right away to pick one up. Now with the McDonald's app, get 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Use the app to order ahead and pass the line. Join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points towards free food. And discover great deals daily, like 20% off any crispy chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid once a day through 12/31/22. Excludes tax. Rewards program excludes delivery. At participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC's blowing hot air.
Voted the top HVAC company by the robots we hired to vote for us.
Yes, my air conditioner is...
For AC repair, press 1. Fine. Are you sure it's actually broken?
Well, yes, it's blowing hot.
Have you considered fixing it yourself?
No.
Could try YouTube. Might be a video about air conditioners.
No, I actually want a professional...
Saw a video yesterday with a cat on a bicycle. Hilarious.
How would that help?
Might make you feel better about the whole broken air conditioner thing.
This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Right, I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have an AC problem, you need a professional solution. An expert who can diagnose your system right away and get the air blowing frosty cold again. That's the Frank Gay way.
I found it! Look at him with his little helmet.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, Savannah, I was thinking today we could head to one of them big old theme parks.
Yeah, you and $10 million tourists get ready for 2-hour lines and a 3-minute ride.
Well, let's go to Gatorland.
I was gonna say that, and not just because it's a Gatorland commercial.
We can enjoy all the great animal shows and gators for less, since Florida residents get in for only $16.50 until the end of April.
That's way less than parking at a big park.
Wait, they make your car pay to go to a theme park?
Yep, and the cars don't even get to ride rides.
More fun for less money at Gatorland.
And we don't make your car pay to just sit there.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Cars are one of our top monthly expenses. Maintenance, insurance, gas, and of course, the car loan payment. Most of you, like me, probably think you've got a great interest rate, right? But you probably are overpaying. There's a Consumer Report study that says most people are paying too much for their car loans. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Yes, you heard me correctly, $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year, and I know I could use that. I could, get some extra shoes or something. So go to upstart.com/auto to check your rate. It's super quick, easy, and it will not impact your credit score. Monthly savings are estimated based on all people who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms. Upstart has helped thousands of borrowers across the country get better interest rates on their car loans. Check your rate today and see how much you can save. Visit upstart.com/auto. That's upstart.com/auto.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Agreeing on where to spend your hard-earned money is tough. At 7-Eleven, we make it easy. Any iced coffee is now just $1. Now that's a bill we can all agree on. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 711.com for more details.
This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The hit investigative true crime podcast Hell and Gone is back with a new season exploring the 2015 disappearance of teen Abby Stepik. 3 years later, Abby was found deceased, and to this day, multiple investigations have led nowhere.
The fact that they found her phone in her car, her wallet, her keys in her car tells me someone planned this.
Listen to Hell and Gone. That's Hell and Gone on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, SPRING, S-P-R-I-N-G, SPRING. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, guys, go get it. Spring is your 5 o'clock keyword, S-P-R-I-N-G. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away. It'll tell you how to do everything, and then stick by your phone. Make it a phone call from a number you do not recognize.
Pick it up and get you some.
That's right. And some could be a notice that you owe for a jet ski.
And then yo no puedo hablar inglés.
That's right. Oh, throw it in the river.
There you go.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Hi there.
Sauce is here.
Shoot the guy.
Shoot it. Bob Saget back in the news today.
What?
I don't know if you guys have heard.
No.
This is you know what? I have to tell you, I'm bringing this up this is just silly, but I'm bringing this up for a reason. My wife and I have this conversation at least once a year.
Life insurance?
If I die, will you stay in this house?
Ew.
Right? So Kelly Rizzo confirms she has moved out of the home that she shared with Bob Saget 3 months after his death. She moved. And the reason why is while mourning him immediately after his passing, she used that house that they had to host all of those events you have when you're dealing with that, friends coming over,
right.
the meals and the sorrow and all that stuff. But after that was all said and done, she bought another place and has moved into that. And one of the reasons, of course, is a lot of memories there. Going from room to room and remembering things that have happened in those rooms with you and your husband.
Which is why I don't think I could leave.
Would it be different? See, and that's the thing is I told my wife I would be out of here. I don't know that I would ever come back. I legit, if my wife died in that house, I mean, I'm not saying in the house. It really has nothing to do with that. If my wife passed away prematurely and we lived in that house together, I don't know that I would ever go back to the house. I would just send movers to pick everything up and I would go buy another place. I just don't know that I could do it. When my grandmother passed in that tiny little house we lived in, it was very difficult for me to go back in there. Just because it was just flooded back with the memories. I mean, everywhere I looked, I saw a ghost of her, everywhere. And I think that's exactly what would happen with my house. Now, everywhere I would look, I would remember a time when we would have spent a special time in front of the fireplace, on the couch, in this room, in the studio, and that's good and bad times. It doesn't really matter. Just memories in general, that define your relationship made in those spaces. And there are two trains of thought, exactly your thought and my thought. My wife said she would not leave. She would want to stay there.
I'd want to be surrounded by those memories.
And she, exactly what she said. I wonder if that's just a male-female thing.
No,
you would want to stay as well?
Yep.
You would really?
Yep.
Would you really?
Well, if I got away with it.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny.
Jesus.
That's two death jokes today. We're on one.
Notice
and by the way,
I like that, dude. I like that. I get that.
The people we said about both perfectly healthy and good.
Oh, yeah. No, it has nothing to do with that.
Matter of fact, one's about to have the life of a life, man.
That's why he said if he gets away with it. It has nothing to do with that.
What do you think, Ross? I mean, you and your fiance about to get married. Let's say you guys get married. You live in the house you're living in now. Eventually, all those other people move out.
I have so many people. So many people.
It's like a gypsy house over there. It's like the Spawn Ranch in the 60s.
I'm surprised my house doesn't have wheels.
Every vagabond that wanders around that area winds up living with Ross.
Vagabond, good word.
With that said, you and your fiance get married. You're doing it this October,
Hell
right?
Yeah.
You live in this house for 15 years. You form memories. Your children come back to that house after they're born. Your wife prematurely passes. Do you stay in that house?
No.
You go, don't you?
I think I go.
Yeah.
But that's also because it's not my dream home. If it was my dream home, then that might be different.
How about we assume that you guys stay in that house for a few years, sell it, and then you do. Because you got to remember, this is 12 years from now. You'll be in your early 40s. You would have established yourself, and you would have had that house that you think is your dream home. So, I mean, let's just put it in the dream home. Would you stay there?
I think the chances skyrocket
that you stay
if it's a home that I'm absolutely in love with.
Wouldn't even think twice about it. It's an automatic decision for me. Without question, it goes. No way I stay. Not even a chance.
Wow, that's two stay, one kind of stay. One definitely go.
Yeah, I'm a definite go. Jack, are you a definite go? Are you a definite stay, or were you kidding?
No, I'm a stay with everything being natural. If there was a tragic situation, then maybe
that would change.
That memory would be overpowering, and then would not want to be there anymore.
Yeah, let's take
that off the table.
Let's take the passing out of the house, right? Bob Saget died here in Orlando. She lives in Los Angeles, so obviously that doesn't really impact. I mean, he didn't die in the house, but the memories that they created there still have value to me. I think for me, it's just that when my wife and I go into a house, the last 3 we've owned, with the exception of Baldwin Park and even some there, we dramatically alter the property to fit what we like. Dramatically. Spend a lot of money to do what we want to make the house comfortable how we like it, because that's just how we roll. And then if we wind up leaving, the house has a ton of value. All the things we do really kind of come back to us financially, so we don't worry about it. But we do spend a lot of time on these houses alone with music on, enjoying conversation while we build.
But also, you've been married 18-ish?
No, just twice, Chuck.
No, 18 years? Let's say it's 18 years.
It's 18 years this September.
4 places you've lived?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 4.5 years at a place.
Yeah.
So,
But moved 3 times in 2 years.
Yeah, right.
You're right, I did that.
Caught himself a little bit.
So, I that may go to some of it. It's, you don't hold on to those places as much, that the place isn't as strong for you, an important part to you, where as long as you guys are together, you just, you can make your home anywhere. Whereas I think the longer you're in one place, the more those memories accrue, and that might be harder to leave.
Even sometimes for the place itself.
I will tell you, it was actually very hard for me to leave the lake house. When we moved into Baldwin, that house, it was pretty damn difficult for me to leave that house.
Are you kidding? It was hard for me to leave that house.
Right.
It was a really cool spot, but that had nothing to do with it. We put a lot of sweat equity into that house, and that's where that's where the formative years of our kids were.
And that's the other key. It's where your kids were during their, formative years up until, they move out, because that just compounds the memories in those places.
Yeah.
So the house you're in now, you've been there just over a year, but your kids have come, but they didn't grow up in that house.
They did not.
To you, it's just a house.
But I could even take it worse, though. If that was to happen, I would even sell the vehicle. I wouldn't be able to keep the car she had.
What about your car?
buddy, wait. The Mach-E?
Yeah. And by the way, they just stopped taking orders. They're so popular. They can't produce them fast enough.
Well, just talk to me before you put it on the market.
All right.
Yeah. What about your car? She's also been in your car.
Yeah, she has. Now, my wife doesn't feel the same way. Like I said, she would stay, and she would stay because she would want to revel in those moments. And
I got away with it.
I guess I understand that. I told her I kind of do, but really I don't. I'd be dead honest with you. I really don't understand it, because the last thing I would want is to walk down a highway or walk down a hallway or turn around into a room, and I sit in my studio, I sit in a certain chair in a certain way every morning of my life. I do the same exact thing, and to walk by that room and glance left every time and not see anything because there's nothing that's going to be there, but have that image in your mind. There was my husband sitting there every morning of his life.
Well, you see, you don't understand her decision, but it's the same one that Deb, myself, and Ross also gave you.
Yes.
On how we would handle it. And I think it gets weird if you're thinking about them moving on, because I think so in your wife's next relationship,
don't you say it.
With her
you
next
son of
husband.
A bitch, how dare you say it?
Mm-hmm. Look at you.
Don't
the
you
clock
say it.
is ticking.
But hers is even worse.
The clock is ticking on you.
She really looks sketchy these days. I don't think she should get anybody. I think that she's really kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit, or looks a little sketchy right now. I just don't know if she'd land somebody quality.
The only reason the suitors wouldn't line up all the way out of Seminole County is because they can't get past the guard shack.
And that they're afraid of your ghost.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to. She's not, she's no catch.
I just like how you throw out the possibility of her being the one to prematurely. There's a 0% chance.
There's 100% chance.
There's a 0% chance that she leaves this planet before you do.
Do you think that Saget's wife thought he was going to slip in a hotel room in Orlando, bang his head against a counter, then die there?
No.
65 years old, man. He was great.
Now, do you think that would happen to your wife before that situation would happen to you?
Ross, there's no evidence at all that I am clumsy enough to cause that issue.
You are bleeding from your forehead as we speak.
407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. What would you do?
Would you hit your head?
Could you shut up for a minute? Let me promote this. There's nothing wrong with my head. That's a marker. I ran into a guy doing his homework today.
No, that is an open.
A random guy in Starbucks was doing his homework with a red Sharpie, and that's what happened.
That happens all the time.
You have a cut on your forehead like you're a transitioning rhino.
Would you stay in your house? God, that's such a good joke. I can't even promote now because I'm laughing inside. I'm not going to show you how funny it is because I'm going to sit there stone cold. I'm actually crying out of my rear.
Yeah.
Come
back for more of this.
Let me promote this properly. If you're just tuning in, this is what we do every day. If you're out there and your loved one passed, could you still live in that house, or would you feel like you have to move on? 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with your calls and texts.
Real radio is the news junkie.
How do you compete with a 12-year-old that's got a 5.45 GPA in school?
Punch him in the face.
I was going to suggest punting.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Authorities remain on scene of this accident that has traffic at a standstill north on the turnpike between the 408 and 429. 3 right lanes are now blocked. Westbound travel on the 408 is just solid between Good Homes Road and the turnpike, so just avoid this area. We're seeing heavy traffic south on the turnpike between 417 and US 192 as well. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Try a toasted cheesesteak, mouth-watering meatball, or classic Italian hoagie. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, when the big box stores wanted to partner up with a bathroom remodeling company, they chose Rebath. Here's why. Great reputation. Not to mention these guys have been doing it for 31 years. They have the proper license and insurance. They're dependable. They have standards performance. Make sure you get the bathroom you order every time on time. Those are just some of the few reasons the guys decided they could do business with Rebath. The other reasons, Dave Denbauer and his son, Justin. These guys are unbelievably cool and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life, and all they want to do is get you the bathroom of your dreams, and they can do that. Their products are amazing, and they're quality. This is not junk, and when you go to the showroom on 436 up in Altamont across from Kobe, you can feel that quality in these products. National names that you've known forever: Cohen, Moeller, Toto, Birch Cabinetry. Those are just some of the names that they install in these bathrooms. And guys, they have a design team, and how that's an advantage to you is if you're like me and you have no idea how to put that stuff together so it looks great, they do. They'll let you just tell them exactly what you want, and they'll bring it to life and then install it in just 4 days with their employees, no subcontractors, and give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. You can't lose. Hop online at rebathmidfla.com. Look at the before and afters and just picture that in your home. They can do that for you. Book your appointment today. Your new bathroom awaits at rebathmidfla.com.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Happy Earth Month. Making a difference starts at home.
Oh, should I leave?
No, come in and explore our Earth Month event filled with offers, food samplings, and workshops to help make your home more sustainable. Plus, IKEA family members can save $20 when they spend $200 or more pre-tax when they scan their IKEA family card.
Wait, so I can help save the planet and save money?
Exactly. Come in and celebrate Earth Month at IKEA. Offer valid 4/22 to 4/24 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms and restrictions.
Are you overpaying on your car loan? Consumer Reports found that the majority of people are. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto is quick, easy, and won't impact your credit score. Check your rate at upstart.com/auto and start saving today. Savings are estimated based on all consumers who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms.
Attention Central Florida. AutoBuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. There's only one place in Central Florida that pays you the max. To get the max, visit AutoBuy. WePayTheMax.com.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
Have you had your roof inspected before the rainy and summer seasons? Tadlock Roofing is here to help. Schedule your free estimate at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
There's an app for everything. And I bet you have multiple apps on your phone just to order food, get a ride, or even find a date. But we made the iHeartRadio app your all-in-one app. Your favorite music, radio stations, and podcasts together, and all for free. Listen to your favorite radio station anywhere you want, plus all your favorite music and just about every podcast in the world, all in one place with one touch. Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Good afternoon, everybody. Me personally, I would have to stay in the house because if my husband passed, I could feel his energy in the house. I love the energy of my house now, and it's because of the love that we have between us, and I feel like I would still be able to feel his energy, and I would never want to leave the house.
And how could you move on, though? That's my thing, is like, how could you have that and then move on to somebody else, and then you would have to have that person like be cognizant of that, because if it meant that much to you, you wouldn't be able to keep that to yourself. So you're going to tell somebody else that you're going to be with if they come to live at that house. And oh, by the way, the vibe you feel in this house is my ex-husband.
Well, it wouldn't be your ex-husband.
I mean, your widowed husband. I mean, it's your former husband, I should say.
Yeah, but at that point, I think when that happens, then you're ready to move on. But until then, no need to.
I just found out that if your significant other dies, it's not your ex-wife or ex-husband.
No, would mean
it's not.
It's your widowed.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're the one who's a widow or a widower.
Yeah, it said you're widowed.
Oh,
yeah. You're widowed.
But so Jim's big concern is after his wife dies is his next relation.
I guess
he's
so.
ready to move on immediately.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's it. Because that's the concern.
How do you do that, though? I mean, how would you do that?
You don't.
Like, I would tell my wife, like, my wife is a beautiful woman. She's like in her mid-40s. And if I died tomorrow, it would be by that afternoon she could find somebody to hang out with. Trust me when I tell you, she'd have no problem whatsoever.
Doesn't mean she would do it.
I know, but that she's going. You can say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you need companionship. Look, I'm not that cool.
She could do
She's
that
gonna find
now.
somebody.
No,
What?
we know that. That's
Listen,
a given.
This is what Ross had said the other day, that relationship experts have said it takes exactly half the time you spent with the other person to truly be over the relationship. So in your case, you and or Tori wouldn't be looking for that next person for possibly 8 to 9 years.
I have that kind of time. Look at me. We've gone over this. I do not have that kind of time.
Again, that is painfully obvious.
407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. Devin, Jack, and Ross are here. Your 5 o'clock keyword is spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance to win $1,000. Go to phones here. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jimmy. So I would have to stay in the house because, long story short, about 8 years ago, my father-in-law died, and when he died, he inherited my mother-in-law to me. So when my wife died, unfortunately, I'll inherit the mother-in-law also. So I have to take care of her, and she also takes care of
that. I understand that completely. That's not my point. My point is the memories that you create in that structure have value.
Yes.
They
so
have
why
value.
are you running away from them?
Because I don't want to relive it after the fact. That's the point. I've had those times.
You want to forget it?
I don't want to forget it because I will remember it. But
Sorry,
I don't want to be reminded every step I take in my house of my former wife. I do not want that reminder. I will have plenty of reminders. I have a vivid memory and imagination. I will not have any problem like having those moments.
Do you think your memory and your imagination kind of crosses over and then you just start having false memories?
407-916-1041. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Valid question.
Hello?
Hey, Bob.
Hey, how you doing? I'm with Jim. I couldn't do it. My wife passed away about 13 years ago, and
I was living in a house and I couldn't stay there. We used to drink coffee in the back and do a little walk around the lake, and I couldn't do it. I had to move out, and I know the memories are good for some people, but I mean.
That's why it's a personal choice.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, buddy, and let me tell you what, you hit it perfectly. We have a front porch. We have 2 rocking chairs out there and a swing. Yeah, and for us to go out there on Saturday and Sunday mornings and have coffee and talk and really just kind of have a cigar, we go through those things in our lives, talk about the kids, where we are in life. It's kind of where we catch up every week. I don't know if I could do that, man. I don't know if I could even walk out on that front porch knowing she's not going to be in that chair beside me.
Exactly. I mean, I'm with another lady right now. She's a great person, and there's little things sometimes that we'll walk around somewhere else, and I still think about. I guess she's my ex-wife. I don't know how to say it, but
former wife.
It still pop in my mind once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not.
Bobby, do you think, and I don't know how or why your former wife passed away, but do you think it matters on how they pass, or is it just black and white? If they pass, I had to move.
Well, my wife had surgery on her knee, and she ended up getting a blood clot to the brain. And the problem with that is that then we had to deal with the hospital. I had to get a lawyer and stuff, and it was like 3.5 years of just back and forth. And that's what how it is with I think malpractice. But I had a great lawyer. But it depends. Like God, it's horrible that way. But if somebody passed away because of sickness and they were hurting, I think I'd be more understanding, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate it very much. Again, it's a personal case-to-case basis. It's just we were looking at this case with Bob Saget and his wife. If you wonder why we're talking about this, Kelly, I want to say Rizzo, is it? Kelly Rizzo moves out of their home 3 months after he passed. Just the memories were too much. She got a smaller place. She does have a wall dedicated to him there and some stuff around the house for memories, but you won't have that structure reminding you of that pillow fight you had, or where you made love in the living room or on the dining room table, or you don't walk by those points anymore and have those memories that really maybe set you back. And I would think it would also hinder the ability to have a new relationship because of that.
Well, and I think that's the other layer. It's that new relationship, and I don't think just because you say I'm going to stay in the house, it may not be forever. It may just be a part of a mourning process where, after a year or so, you decide, okay, now I need to move on with my life. Or maybe for some people it's 6 months, for some, maybe it is 8 years, or some never.
Yeah.
I posted it. It's on Twitter. It's Real Radio 104.1 on Twitter, Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. You can vote in the poll. Would you stay or would you go?
People are saying you say late wife. My late wife. You don't say my former wife, because that could mean divorce. My late wife means past, or my past wife,
or tardy.
I thought that was pregnant.
Deceased wife. Do you say the word deceased?
You can.
You can. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just so weird to me. I don't know why I give structures that much power. Like I told you guys, the abandoned building thing hit me a while back, and then now, just again, those structures. I am fascinated. Like when I go back home, I drive to the places I lived before, and some of them are just absolutely horrid now. I mean, could not be worse. This just decrepit, falling down, just in complete disrepair. And you drive by it in wonderment, because you remember those times in your life where that structure meant everything to you. And I don't know why. There's got to be a name for that when you apply that kind of emotion to just a simple structure. Because one of our texters is a guy who texts us all the time. He goes, "Hey, man, it's just a building." And I get that mentality. And usually the way I think about things, it would be that black and white. Yeah, that's just a building. It means nothing. Only thing that really meant anything is what happened inside that. But because I do landmarks a lot in the way that I kind of memorize things, that when I would walk around the house, I would always remember my wife standing here when we were talking about this in the kitchen and I was cooking. She would have a glass of wine, I would be here. Or when we were in the living room, I would always remember her sitting on the stoop of the fireplace and talking to me. I would never not be able to think about that. But it would never go away. I'm telling you guys straight up, it would never go away.
But for someone you miss who your time was cut short, wouldn't that be a gift?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd consider that. I think the time I had with them, I would consider a gift. I wouldn't consider the memory of that structure a gift. Matter of fact, I would consider that a burden.
All right. Well, what about that table that you were just straight breaking plates on?
Yeah, I'd probably give that to one of the kids.
Oh, gross.
Would they know?
I'd send it to them in a card for Christmas. That's just being funny. I wouldn't. It'd be Valentine's Day. Penny, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hey.
I do stay in the house.
Why?
And I have wonderful memories. We built this house together. We've been married for 46 years.
Wow.
So I have a lifetime of memory that you don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, did your husband pass?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, how long ago?
Last April.
Last April.
Oh,
good
wow.
Lord.
So sorry for your loss.
And you were together 46 years?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to ask. I don't want to be insensitive here. I'll just ask the question because that way we can know. I mean, at 46, you got married, so you're in your mid-60s?
I'm in my early 60s.
You're in your early 60s. Okay, so in your early 60s, you're still capable of going out and dating and finding somebody. I know it's not been that long. I mean, it's only been a year or so. Do you worry about that, like when it comes to the structure? I mean, having another relationship and having that happen, having times with that person in that house, I mean, that's not going to cause an issue for you?
Honestly, I couldn't answer that question.
Yeah. Well, that's the one that kind of throws me a little bit, I think.
I don't think until you are ready and you meet someone that you enjoy their company and you come together to the point where, do I stay at his house? He stays at my house?
Right.
Only at that time can you really come to a conclusion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would agree with that,
But
Penny.
now
Go ahead.
Because I have visits.
Yeah.
I mean, you've talked to psychics and things like that.
Visits?
Visits, yes.
You've seen your ex-husband?
Or you just know he's there?
Physically.
Yeah.
He's there. And he had a neurological disease, so he shuffled his feet on the carpet. I can hear that. Every now and again, I hear that little shuffle.
That's not uncommon, by the way. That's
Right.
not,
Yeah,
if you've been with somebody that long, that's not uncommon.
Do you find that comforting?
I do. I kind of, it scares you at first, and then you calm down, and then your heart fills with love, and I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Because this is actually the first time I've ever lived by myself. I went straight from living with my parents, got married, and moved in with my husband.
Yep.
Wow, man, that's incredible. How do you like this new freedom, though, huh? Kind of cool? Just a joke.
Staying up late?
Eating all the ice cream you want?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Penny. We appreciate it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, thanks, Penny. Appreciate it. Doesn't
And
change
it's-
my mind, though.
No, but
See, that's the other
she
thing,
was
too.
18. That was like one family, then boom, started in 46 years. Wow. God bless her.
Imagine if you passed away and Tori had to stay in that house and she would just constantly randomly hear heads banging up against stuff, glasses of water being dropped, walls being walked into.
Bloody paper towels constantly in the trash cans. What's the sound that you would create in your house that would be the most descriptive of you?
Yeah.
God almighty, it would probably be me coughing in the morning.
Those would be so gnarly.
Or just standing at the coffee machine while it's whirling and I'm farting. It's one of those two. Steve, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jamie. How's it going?
Good, man. Good.
Hey, my story's kind of a little strange. Been in a perfect relationship for 22 of 25 years. That's kind of fallen apart. I had a dog for 14 years, and she passed away Saturday in my arms, and I find it hard to go home now because she would meet me at the door. It's just really hard.
Yeah, man.
I had that for a while. I used to sit in my car for 45 minutes to an hour before I would go in the house when I lost my first dog, George, because I just
You just
couldn't stand the
yeah,
silence. It
yeah.
was just, you could feel the loss of their energy was gone.
And let me tell you, you know what?
It'll take time, but hang in there, buddy.
What Penny was just saying is true for my dogs. I used to hear when Dex passed and when Maisie passed, I used to hear their claws clicking across the hard floors in the house. So I do have an association with that. Yeah.
Steve, what kind of dog was it, and what was its name?
A little peekapoo, and her name was Mishka, and she could catch a frisbee. She had 6-inch legs. She could catch a frisbee 50 feet out in the air, and she would do that for an hour, hour and a half until she was tired, and then she'd go run and jump in the pool. I had her for 14
Hell
years.
yeah, she sounds great, buddy. Well, we're sorry for your loss there,
yeah,
man. We
it'll
hope you
take
work
a
it
while,
out.
but you'll get past
Yeah.
it. It
All
does
right.
take a while.
Deb, what would be the sound?
Probably me laughing.
You laughing?
Probably
Just
me
ripping
laughing.
through the house? The wafting
but
of cigarette smell and you laughing, like cackle laughing, like
no,
witch
I don't
laughing?
smoke in the house.
I
so-
know you don't, God.
No, I would just say laughing.
Yeah. Jack, what would it be for you?
Or talking to the cats.
Oh, the TV just put on Shrek 2.
Yeah, exactly.
You being passive aggressive?
Now, the sound that my wife would not hear if I wasn't around, those, like, they sound like human-to-human conversations that I have with the pets. Like, Jeter, who would load the dishwasher like this?
That's the passive
That's the
aggressive I'm talking
passive-
about. Because you know the dog can't respond. You're only saying it to the dog so you know that the people you want to hear it hear it. That's what we're talking about.
Dog is like, damn it,
That's,
man.
that's the bad stuff.
Jeter appreciates this.
Does he now?
He does.
Good. How about the other people in the house? How do they stand?
He's grown.
Where are they?
They're never in the same room.
Right? Is that what it is, Jack? Could you imagine? What would you be worse, Jack actual or Jack ghost?
Oh,
you can't punch the ghost.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, not only that, the ghost can go wherever it wants.
Oh, even worse. I can't even go to the bathroom without
Exactly.
being P.A. McGee'd.
Yeah, I'm gonna
think
go.
I want to be a ghost.
So what's the sound we hear from Ross?
Yeah, what's Ross? What's yours? Sock drawer?
I think it would be. I think it would be a kitchen sink.
Kitchen
no, I'm going to
sink?
go with the sock drawer.
What do you mean? You do dishes so much that sounds associated with your being?
I believe so. I'm the go-to kitchen cleaner in the AMs.
Wow, really? That's the thing. Nothing else. No.
What about the sound that when your Xbox makes and you said that's when you hear the dogs get up because they know they're going to bed?
Yeah, that could be something.
You and Jack could share the same death sound.
Oh, yeah.
What's the sound that makes?
I don't, no, a little bit higher on the third one. Yeah,
Only he took the bait. Okay.
But he nailed it.
But did he really? What does it sound like?
Just like that.
Jimmy, don't take the...
Yeah, I would say.
How is this show number one?
No,
I mean, by a lot.
I don't know, but it is.
How is this show number one by a bunch?
Because we...
Like, I do not understand it. You should not be listening to this. This is not going to make your life better.
Kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink.
That's amazing to me. That's the thing you would isolate. With all that personality, cleaning the kitchen is your thing.
In the morning, think about it. His wife would be laying in bed, right? There's no one else in the house. And then all of a sudden she hears the sounds of glasses and silverware and plates tinkling in the sink. And she'd be like, my Rossi's home.
Yeah, but I also sometimes get really angry
Quick,
at the
get out.
dishes.
Yeah, you want to make them loud so that other people can hear you doing them because they don't.
Yeah, I'm really getting my breath.
So you're a noise passive-aggressive person.
Yeah, so like you're going to hear me doing dishes going like, okay, yeah, sure, blend everything up and then don't clean it. That's fine.
You're talking to yourself like, I mean, why would you rinse the plate off? I mean, it's hard now. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
You want all this stuff drying on the plate to make it harder, right?
This sounds like my conversations with Jeter.
Oh, you had to leave it soaking. Awesome. AKA, I'll do it.
Right.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's the oldest trick in the book. This needs to soak. I mean, I always say, let me guess, so tomorrow morning around 9 when I have to do it. It just needs to soak about that much, right?
And my favorite is when it's something with sauce and then everything gets
piled into it.
Pile into the thing soaking in sauce. So now we get a nice grease on things that were cleaner when they went into the water.
Okay. I must be doing something really wrong because all I say to Chris is, no, just put it on the counter. I'll take care of it.
No. That guy's got you trained.
No, I'm like, no, don't. If you drop any more water on the kitchen floor, which is as much water in the sink, just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
That's
You and I would cut each other's heads off
smart
the first
man,
20
isn't
minutes.
he? Huh?
He's
Huh?
brilliant. This guy's the smartest guy in the room.
Nope, don't unload the dishwasher. I've got it.
Yeah,
Ross, if you don't videotape yourself or you don't tape yourself once doing the dishes, and oh my God,
Yeah.
I would love to hear you. Like, because you turn your head too, right? You turn your head to where they are.
Yeah.
You're like this. You're like, oh man, this is so bad. It's not like you couldn't rinse it off.
Yeah.
God almighty, man.
You know,
Jesus. I mean, who didn't think that cheese was going to dry on this like it was concrete? I mean, it's not like I have time for this.
Ross
Jesus.
doesn't do that. Ross is more, yeah, no, fine, this is great. And then someone will come by the kitchen. Honey, is everything okay? Are you talking to someone? Nope, I'm fine.
I
Nope,
do
I'm
get a
good.
little bit Midwestern with this. Like, why? Why do we need so many Tupperwares?
Staccato.
Why do we have to? Why so many Tupperwares?
We're so far
We got
behind.
3 people in my house. We're down to 3 people. At least 30 cups a day.
Oh my!
What?
I'm surprised.
What?
I'm surprised that's not my wife on line 1. She walks around the house. She goes, "This is it. My wife, dead silent in the house. Who uses all these cups? Who is using? There's cups everywhere.
Meanwhile,
Jimmy."
You're the only other human in the house.
You know what it is?
No, it's the 2 of us. We've narrowed it down.
He's the little girl from Signs.
Oh yeah, right.
This water tastes polluted.
407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia's next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick, and here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill both got traded and got huge contracts. So now Deebo Samuel from the 49ers, PFF's third highest graded wide receiver last year, he wants some. The Titans' A.J. Brown, who has 24 touchdowns in 3 seasons, he wants his. And Terry McLaurin with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Guess what? That's the way it goes in the National Football League. Should be interesting. I'm Chris Collinsworth.
Intelligence runs in the family. Innovation runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The 2022 Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs, every member is waiting to impress. Learn more at MBUSA.com. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity knows that. They bring 30 years of HR experience to help you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance. The entire time giving your employees competitive benefit options. You're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive. Your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. That's Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you deserve rewards from Racetrack. For what, you might ask? For whatever. For having great taste in hot dog toppings. For keeping the tank full. So, sign up for Racetrack Rewards and get rewarded with a free large fountain drink or coffee. Plus, you could save at the pump. Download the app to join. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Offer valid for 7 days after sign up. $1 initial purchase required. Limitations apply. See racetrack.com/rewards for details.
Witness the rise of the Northmen.
From Focus Features and director Robert Eggers.
I will find my father's killer and claim my kingdom.
Critics are calling The Northman an absolute beast of a movie that redefines epic.
Revenge is all I've ever known.
It's a stone-cold masterpiece. The Northman. Only in theaters tomorrow. Rated R. Under 17, not rated without parent.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
This is Steve Kramer.
let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Today, I'll prepare arroz con pollo. Let's try edamame instead of green peas.
And instead of white rice, 2 cups of Mahatma Basmati rice. Why not? Shh, Grandma better not hear me. Rejuvenate traditions with Mahatma rice. Unfollow la receta with Mahatma rice.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Rising home values mean that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Roof now, pay later. Tadlock Roofing offers the best financing in the industry. Get started at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Tadlockroofing.com.
Monster Jam World Finals returns to Orlando. Coming to Camping World Stadium May 21st and 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Don't miss the biggest Monster Jam event of the year. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it very, very much. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's find out what's in the old sauce jar.
Volleyball. I have a pair of tickets to go see the single greatest soccer team, Orlando City SC, versus the New York Red Bulls. That's going down Sunday, April 24th. That's this Sunday.
We're on one, player. We're on one.
We're looking good. We're looking real good. That kickoff is at 3:30 this Sunday at Exploria Stadium. Also in the sauce jar, we have some banging tickets, man. I got a pair of one-day passes to Sunfest 2022. That's going down April 28th through May 1st. You're going to see such amazing acts like Brett Young, the Black Pumas, Boys to Men, Sam Hunt, Counting Crows, and hell, even Lil Wayne.
I'll be damned.
He's showing up.
That's unbelievable, really.
Full lineup over at sunfest.com. Jim, that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. You know, they can handle your move, local or long distance, residential or commercial, doesn't matter, but it does matter if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, because you will get a discount. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Ross, who is first today, my friend?
Guys, let's welcome Scott.
Scott, what line's he on, buddy?
1.
Very good. Scott, how you doing?
Outstanding. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Love to. Yes, sir.
Let's do it then.
Game show.
Yep, still here, gay show.
All right, Scott. It's a very easy game. We got 4 answers here. 1 question. One of the answers is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go. How you doing today? You a big fan of football?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, very good. On this day in 1980, former NFL quarterback, spokesperson, highly regarded sports commentator.
Montana.
Amateur golfer.
Tony Romo.
That's right, and quarterback of America's team. Tony Romo was born on this today. Today's Tony Romo's birthday.
I like sports.
Here are 3 fun facts about Tony and one lie you can take to the bank. Number 1. While quarterback for the Cowboys, Tony wore number 9 because of his love for the movie The Natural. Number 2. He's the co-owner of a steak restaurant in Fort Worth, Texas called the Stearman Club. Number 3. He was a 5-sport athlete as a kid. Football, golf, basketball, soccer, and baseball. And lastly, his wife, Candace Crawford, is a former Miss Missouri. Which of those is a lie?
3.
No, 3 is absolutely true. He was a 5-sport athlete in high school and as a kid. And matter of fact, there was 2 or 3 places that said he played tennis as well at a really high level. Pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, too. 6'2", 220. About my size, I guess.
Puzzle master.
All
right,
that's puzzle master, not muscle master.
Who's next, buddy?
Both are about the same accuracy.
Let's go with Bill.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy?
Awesome, Jimmy.
All right, man, we're talking about Tony Romo. Today's his birthday. Find the lie here. Number 1, while quarterback for the Cowboys, Tony wore number 9 because of his love for the movie The Natural. Number 2, he's the co-owner of a steak restaurant in Fort Worth, Texas called the Stearman Club. And lastly, his wife, Candace Crawford, is a former Miss Missouri.
I think it's number 2, the Stearman Club.
It is that one, buddy. You're a winner. That is the Stearman Club. He does not own that restaurant. Did you know the other stuff to be true because you're a fan of Tony Romo or football?
No, it just sounded the Natural. He picked up that number, and then the 5-sport that sounded normal.
That's fair. Very good. That's fair. I still hate you, but it's fine. There you go. All right, you're a winner.
Hey.
Enjoy your prize, Bill. There, you win on the second try. I'm still a winner. Puzzle man.
You got to make it past 2.
He did. You don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you make the rules?
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Let me.
to.
You don't.
I'm just saying.
You're overruled
by 1.
While the quarterback for the Cowboys, he did wear number 9 because of his love for the movie The Natural. Have you seen The Natural before?
I have not.
Yeah, Robert Redford, really good movie.
Love that movie.
One of the best sports movies of all time, by the way. And then his wife, Candace Crawford, is a former Miss Missouri. A couple other things you may not know about Tony Romo before we get to Ross Thoughts. He was undrafted. Did you guys know that? He never got drafted. He signed as an unrestricted free agent and then made his way onto the team. And the other irony is, who did he replace?
Oh, God.
Drew Bledsoe, who got replaced by Tom Brady while he was in New England.
Yeah.
His full name is Antonio Ramiro Romo.
That can't be real.
It's 100% real.
Say it one more time.
Antonio Ramiro Romo.
That's so many O's.
His brother-in-law is Chase Crawford from the show Gossip Girls. So his wife's brother is Chase Crawford. I've never seen the show. I don't know. I felt like I had to say that.
Because Girls is in the title?
Yeah. No, it's Gossip Jack. He holds the NFL record for most road games with at least 1 touchdown pass. How many do you think he did in a row?
38.
I'm going to go with 63.
52.
41. I think Jack points there. I'll wait for the ding.
CRT, man.
You deserve it.
All right, thank you.
CRT. What a dick. And then lastly, he's the all-time passing leader for the Cowboys. Passing Troy Aikman, I believe, the last year of his deal, 34,183 yards for Mr. Romo.
Couldn't do anything on special teams. I'll never forget that.
I think he's the best broadcaster to be in the booth in years.
He's so good.
He's the best former player broadcaster since Collinsworth. And I think Chris Collinsworth is a very talented broadcaster because he doesn't mince words. Most of the time he's just pretty honest. But I think Romo will go down in the annals of being one of the greatest of all time. He's that good.
What's amazing is how awkward it was in the very beginning because he's not the traditional guy. He says some goofy stuff, and Jim Nantz, who had been doing it for years, had to kind of learn to work with it. And that first year, Jim Nantz was hating it.
Oh, going crazy. But then as they kind of hit that click and they showed that it was working and Tony Romo started calling plays, he goes, oh, that safety shouldn't be there. Look for a draw play. Sure enough, it would happen. And then the word got out. This guy's like calling plays like he's some savant. And then he throws in that love for the game. He makes noise. Like when a running back is juking, he'll like, whoop, whoop. whoop, whoop. He'll do this little. he'll do that. It's great.
Yeah.
He makes the game that much more fun.
He does. It definitely adds to the broadcast.
Oh, there's no question. What's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Guys, I think this job, me meeting you guys, has created a new pet peeve of mine.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Finally.
You have put hate in my life, Jim.
Yes! I told you I was a winner. Back in a sec with Raw Slots.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, it's still a tough ride on the turnpike, but at least now there's just one right lane blocked due to this crash northbound between the 408 and 429. We're solid south on the turnpike between 417 and US 192. Westbound travel on the 408 is heavy between Good Homes Road and the turnpike, and also between the Hiawassee Main Toll Plaza and Good Homes Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Troy University. Troy University announces a tuition freeze for undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs while continuing the clear cost plan, which also reduces fees. Learn more at troy.edu/lead change.
Zero question in Central Florida, you need a good AC company you can lean on because, look, you can't even take 1 or 2 days in the summer with your AC gone. Get the best out there with the most experience. We're talking about Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992, 30-plus years of experience keeping Central Floridians nice and cool, and they can certainly do it for you. Their techs can service every brand. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. It doesn't matter. These guys know every system inside and out. Chances are have the parts on the van to fix whatever the problem is there. I mean, they don't have to worry about that. Not to mention you can get up to $1,275 in rebates because these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air when you need help. Family owned and operated. Call them today, 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high, service is poor, and there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until August with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC, you can find them all at Nation's Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Springtime is a great time to call the fence freaks at Mossy Oak Fence. They're freaks on quality, your satisfaction, and security. Mossy Oak sets the standard for quality, backed by the best warranty in the business. Visit mossyoakfences.com and let the Mossy family protect your family.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Happy Earth Month. Making a difference starts at home.
Oh, should I leave?
No, come in and explore our Earth Month event filled with offers, food samplings, and workshops to help make your home more sustainable. Plus, IKEA family members can save $20 when they spend $200 or more pre-tax when they scan their IKEA family card.
Wait, so I can help save the...
Offer valid 4/22 to 4/24 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms and restrictions.
If you've been involved, Chosen Loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to loandepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 177. Licensed in all 50 states.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
The new true crime podcast, White Eagle, investigates one of the largest cash heists in U.S. history. The robbery of over $7 million from an armored car warehouse. Was the ringleader a criminal mastermind, or was he a political pawn in a Cold War operation?
For some folks, they were boogeymen. They were, bandits hidden in the mountains and shadowy figures. For others, they were heroes.
Listen to White Eagle on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Check us out online, JimColbertLive.com. All of our blogs are up there. Deb put a really funny video of this goose chasing somebody.
This woman throws, can you imagine throwing your cell phone worth a pretty penny into the air because a goose is chasing you?
My wife, if you want to drop her to the ground, you show her a video of a goose or a goat chasing somebody around, just loses it, can't take it.
The video Deb posted at JimColbertLive.com, that goose is very aggressive. Not only that video goes on for a little while.
Yeah.
And it's like waiting for her. So
it's stalking her.
A person comes out in a car to provide a cover for her so the woman can go pick up her stuff.
Like it's Ukraine, they're laying on fire.
Exactly. The car was in between the goose and the woman so she could get her stuff.
Yeah, not to mention we have that Bill O'Reilly video up there as well. Him cursing out some agent at JetBlue, which is just awful.
And Mike Tyson doing to an airline passenger what that agent should have done to Bill O'Reilly.
Exactly.
There we
100%.
go.
All that at JimColbertLive.com. Go check it out right now. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Chia.
It's funny.
Shoot the game.
Sometimes. It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Ross Thoughts is actually brought to you by Mills Air because they gave me an AC unit and it has changed my life. A little bit more on that in a little bit.
You get that Carrier good.
I got the Carrier good.
All right, good.
But until before we talk about the Carrier good, I got to talk to you about the Ross bad. There is a pet peeve that is. Yeah, I feel like I woke up out of nowhere and all of a sudden this pet peeve was like, "Hi, I exist now. You're going to hate me."
Oh, a late onset pet peeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is what happens.
Adult onset pet peeve?
Adult onset pet peeve. Deb, quick, what's that acronym? A-S-P.
A-O-O.
Letters.
P. A-O-P-P. Ope.
Yeah, you know me.
You down with OPP?
So, my pet peeve that is fresh, and it is rare, but it's been happening. I feel like I've been noticing it more, is when people, and I think it's this job that got me accustomed to not having people talk over. It's one of the, I remember day one of getting trained here, you go, number one rule, no one talk over anybody.
And we had a little meeting before the show today about a show that we had earlier this week, and it was a really fun program. And I said, did you guys notice one thing that did not happen? Not one time, even though we were firing on all cylinders all that time, not one person spoke over the other person's joke or line.
And I think we've gotten very good at it, and I've grown accustomed to going like, oh, this is how people communicate. And then you have somebody enter your life, and they start finishing your sentences.
Oh.
And then it kills me,
Jack.
It's not me?
It's not. It's exactly this.
Yes.
No, he doesn't do that.
Jack
does this.
Jack doesn't do this. But this
is.
You know who does this?
This.
You son of a bitch, dude.
Oh, Jimmy's loving this. Please continue. Wait. Let me get a gummy, nerd.
I don't.
Jack.
That's not finishing a sentence. That's the sentence.
That's the sentence.
He's not finishing it.
He's part of it.
What's he doing? That?
He's part of it. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Jack. Ooh.
He's good.
He's good.
He's very good.
Why are you doing this for a living?
doing this right now?
What are you doing?
I want
you to do it.
I don't know. I thought I heard an echo.
This is odd.
This is odd.
Why are you doing it to me?
Because it's contagious.
What?
It's not.
Contagious.
Wow, the beginning of that scared me a little.
Yeah. It is my pet peeve.
Oh. When did this start? when did?
I want to hear that voice again. Wait, I want to hear that voice again.
I had to turn my head to see who was making that noise.
We all did.
When did he start doing that?
It's
Jack,
not
Jack.
It's not just Jack. Jack. I told Jack about this over the break, and he's leaning into it. And he thinks this is funny.
Have I ever finished your sentences, Ross? And if so, I apologize.
We're good. This is the place that made me grow into this form of conversation.
Jack is really good.
So,
Okay, the only way.
I don't know what's happening. I mean,
I don't know what's happening.
So what's your segment about?
This.
What?
What we're doing.
Which is?
This is not what we're doing.
The segment is about Jack finishing your sentences.
It's not Jack. It's just people in general.
Ooh. Who does that to you? Do I do that to you?
No one here does
this.
Oh, thank God.
It's you guys. You guys set the golden standard.
Oh my God, it's driving me crazy now.
Yeah. Do you want me to go in there and hold him?
Do you want me to go in there and hold him? Yeah.
Well, now he's doing it to you.
You want us both go in there and to hold him?
Jack is doing it to me.
Why?
Why
are you doing it to me?
Why are you doing it to me?
Why are you doing it to me?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I am trying to do the show.
I'm trying to do the show as well.
I'm trying to do the show.
I'm trying to do the show. We're dancing.
You have 3 minutes to try to figure something out to entertain everybody.
Okay, we're going to figure it out. I
We'll
agree.
figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Figure
it out.
Figure it out.
Just figure it out.
It's when
It's what? It's when people what?
No.
No.
None
No.
of this.
No.
All three of you.
Not all three of us.
All three of you. Shoot the gap.
Shut the gap.
You know who does this?
You know who does this?
Jorge.
Jorge.
Oh, no. No.
No.
Are you what? Are you custodian?
Our custodian.
I did it before you yet. How did I do that? I pre-said what you were going to say.
It's predictive text.
There are people out here in society that do this when you're in the middle of a sentence and then they're already agreeing with you.
Yeah, they're waiting to say what they have to say.
Oh, yeah.
That they are just, they want to join in or they agree so much that they finish the sentence.
Right, yeah.
I think I have communicated the point.
And
I'm
have
not,
you really?
I'm not.
You're not what?
I'm not.
Gonna.
I'm not gonna.
Lord
Almighty.
I should not. I should not
have told you this.
What was that last noise though? Are you choking?
No.
Are you choking?
You just blew a coach's hanky out into the room. You better clean that up.
That's nasty.
That wasn't me.
It's so nasty.
It was you. I just watched you make the noise.
Totally. We all did.
Like, your stupid bit is a stupid bit, but I saw you just blow a snot bug like off into the side there.
We all did.
That was her choking on a nerd. Not you.
Yeah, you do. You do.
No.
All right. I think we have created a paradox.
I have to tell you, I think our friends that imbibe in the cannabis right now are having a very difficult time with what is happening.
And don't forget the mushroom people, too.
I won't.
And
someone texted, did I forget I took acid?
We're helping. You're welcome.
And maybe that person also forgot the power of a brand new AC unit.
Okay, very good.
Excellent segue.
I legit could go on for 30 minutes how nice Steve was over at Mills Air and what he did when he looked at my old house that was not accommodating for a brand new AC unit.
It wasn't even built for one, actually. It was built for like window units.
And he looked at me and went, yeah, we got it. They've been in business since 1992. That's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Just like my house, I wake up and I am so happy.
I told you how much different your home was going to feel, didn't I?
You called it. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry. And Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. I have a Carrier, and I can't wait for the next barbecue as I just walk around telling people, I got a Carrier.
So quiet.
That's the thing I was impressed by was Ross talking about how quiet his new system is.
And that also means because they are a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, that means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. Woo! Turn to the experts at Carrier, family owned and operated. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or hit them up online at millsair.com. I know I don't regret it, and neither will you.
Yeah, they're good people, too. And they gave you an option that other AC companies did not. And matter of fact, the other AC companies, it wouldn't even pass permitting.
And those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
Absolutely. 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price.
Well, it's a stop-and-go ride on the Turnpike at this hour between 417. It's solid down to US 192. Eastbound travel on I-4 still busy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, as well as westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Heavy 2 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Looks like 29 is heavy southbound approaching I-4. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack.
You deserve rewards from Racetrack. For what? For having great taste in food and keeping the tank full. Download the Racetrack Rewards app and get a free coffee or large fountain drink. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Inflation.
Offer valid for 7 days after sign-up. $1 initial purchase required. Limitations apply. See racetrack.com/rewards for details.
Inflation running high. Who knows when it will level out? Buy your windows and doors right now at FAS and lock in your price. Not to mention they have the largest window and door showroom in all of Central Florida. 38 unique windows on display, ready for you to operate anytime. Also built with impact-resistant glass. That means security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. Not to mention a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. And as always, estimates are free at FAS. And the cool thing, their estimators will always give you plenty of options. All products have a lifetime warranty, and if you act right now, how about $55 per window and $95 per door rebates waiting for you as well. No money down, no interest payments available for 12 months. Check out their showroom, Fairbanks and I-4. You can't miss them. It's FAS Windows and Doors. Hop online and get your appointment booked right now at FASWD.com.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until August with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC, you can find them all at Nation's Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
Cars are one of our top monthly expenses. Maintenance, insurance, gas, and of course, the car loan payment. Most of you, like me, probably think you've got a great interest rate, right? But you probably are overpaying. There's a Consumer Report study that says most people are paying too much for their car loans. And that's where Upstart comes in. Borrowers save an average of $80 every month by refinancing at a lower interest rate. Yes, you heard me correctly, $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year, and I know I could use that. I could, get some extra shoes or something. So go to upstart.com/auto to check your rate. It's super quick, easy, and it will not impact your credit score. Monthly savings are estimated based on all people who were approved for a car loan through Upstart and accepted their final terms. Upstart has helped thousands of borrowers across the country get better interest rates on their car loans. Check your rate today and see how much you can save. Visit upstart.com/auto. That's upstart.com/auto.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
A little to the left. Now, to the right. Back to the left just a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, I think it was supposed to go on a different wall.
You're kidding!
Armstrong Air believes that comfort doesn't need to be complicated. We'll help keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Visit ArmstrongAirInc.com and let Armstrong Air deliver the comfort you deserve. Mention this ad for a residential $79 precision AC tune-up. Turn to the experts today with Carrier and Armstrong Air.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's Cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
There's an app for everything. And I bet you have multiple apps on your phone just to order food, get a ride, or even find a date. But we made the iHeartRadio app your all-in-one app. Your favorite music, radio stations, and podcasts together, and all for free. Listen to your favorite radio station anywhere you want. Plus all your favorite music and just about every podcast in the world, all in one place with one touch. Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
You don't have to pay for gas. Sutherland Nissan Orlando will pay it for you.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Hey, boy. I ain't going through that again.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that. Big show coming up for you tomorrow. Embers Only Primetime Kitchen with Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. And Nicole DePrey will drop by tomorrow as well. Your calls and texts all day long, and another couple chances to win $1,000. How do you lose?
Hey, boy.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
ain't going through that again.
What's he talking about?
You don't even know. I don't know.
No idea.
We don't know.
407-916-1041.
Thank you, Jack, for playing this song.
I listened to YouTube has a mix of Peter Gabriel, which I'll listen to on the way home occasionally. This and Salisbury Hill, and just so many other good songs.
And, I mean, this was the height of that Cold War. I mean, when you see this video and you realize what's going on in Europe, it's like, wow, I thought this was the 80s.
Yeah. Really underrated artist, that guy.
Seriously.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041.
And his world music isn't anything to sleep on either.
No, that's what he started making after he left Genesis and basically left the world of pop after Steam and what was the other big one? Sledgehammer. I mean, he pretty much went away after that and started making world music. That's what he's been doing for decades.
I know. I traveled to Seattle with the tent.
Did you? Oh, yeah, really?
To go stay at one of his festivals.
Wow, awesome. CNN had a story in their opinion section today. It says the most dangerous person in the world, and it's a characterization of a type of person. Who do you think that this opinion piece thinks is the most dangerous person in the world?
No, is it an individual or it's a personality type?
It's a situation, not a personality type like narcissist, anything like that. It's
Vladimir Putin.
No, it's not like that.
Not a specific, but someone who does like somebody, a follower or someone who lies to themselves.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Ross, what do you think? Who do you think this opinion piece thinks is the most dangerous person in the world? And it's not a specific person. It's people, but it's just this personality kind of, or this trait on them. Not really a personality, this trait.
This trait.
God, it's not even that. It's so hard to explain.
Can you give us an example? What's
If I did, it would give it away immediately.
Here's an example.
That helps.
Hateful. I ain't going through that again.
No one knows what that guy is saying.
Well, we hear about these people all the time. Matter of fact, we just talked about them the other day.
Conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
No, but that now you're kind of honing in on it.
People skeptical, like people who have like the lack of commitment of belief,
lack of empathy.
Who has been? You know, it's funny. You guys are explaining what is attributed to this kind of person, but we've talked about this person before. Look at the people who do the shootings.
Loners.
Young men who are broke and alone.
Incels.
A young man who's broke and alone is being considered this piece, I'm not going to say is being considered. This piece considers the most dangerous person in the world because of the nature of their masculinity. And this is making a lot of news. Tucker Carlson has this thing out right now about this being mocked openly, and it should be. But it's the idea of what people think being manly is or being masculine is. And that's a kind of an interesting question because we think of that in stereotypes. Like if you ask most people in the U.S., male, female, black, white, Asian, it does not matter, from 12 to 50, what is masculine? What is manly? And you're going to throw out the stereotypical stuff, right? What are you going to throw out? What do you think manly is, Ross? What do you think masculinity is?
The stereotype?
No, what do you think it is?
What do I think the definition of a man is?
Yeah, masculinity. What a man should be according to you.
What it means to be masculine.
Yeah, the first thing I would say is mature and respectful.
Mature and respectful. That's masculine.
Yeah, to me, I think it's very masculine trait to shake a hand firm.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. But this is talking about traits in the sense that, if everybody looked at you and said, well, Deborah's idea of masculinity is going to be way different. For one thing, she's female. And secondly, her sensibility is going to be different from yours. For her, manly may be you earn a living, you take care of your family, and you protect the house.
Yeah,
that could be very manly to her.
I was going to say
Jack could be something else.
I was going to say taking care of your business.
Yeah. Well, that could be one of the things. But the stereotypical idea of masculinity is what they think is fueling this idea that the young, broke, alone man is the most dangerous one. Because they're always trying to fit the mold of what the world is telling them being a man is. Not taking any S.
And yet in some cases they're not, because that whole incel subtext, that whole incel subgroup is about, screw them if they can't accept us for who we are and love us for who we are. Well, if you're antisocial and you're awkward in social settings, you got to own your part of it here.
But if you're illogical and you don't believe that, the opening statement from this story, which I find very interesting, by the way, it says masculinity, it's a societal construct based on norms and behaviors we expect from boys and men, but it's been incorrectly conflated with toxicity. And that's the issue of that. That toxic masculinity has been a thing. I think it's interesting right up front. What's masculinity, they say? It's choosing skills to aggregate strength, power, and influence such that you can protect or advocate for others. I would assume they would mean your loved ones, family, and friends. But the aggregate strength, power, and influence, they list those three words in the idea of being masculine. And do you think somebody has to be powerful to be masculine?
I think you have to be powerful in some shape or form for masculinity, whether it be powerful in the sense of in your home, hell, in a sport. I mean, having some sort of power.
But power could also be the reserve and the decision to show restraint.
That's it.
Look at like Will Smith. In that moment of the slap, he's responding. That could be considered toxic masculinity, where he feels, I need to defend this. I need to prove who I am. And it's more about him and what he feels his role is in that moment.
Taking away another man's masculinity in the moment.
Right.
And then maybe how, Chris Rock didn't respond or, and hasn't responded since.
Got his masculinity back.
Yeah.
And then I know some people who I would say that needs a little bit more masculinity.
Well, I mean,
your friend.
But the funny thing is, you say that, but that's the whole idea of this. Let me read one more thing. He says, I see a lot of young men who are failing based on a number of critical measures, including economic security, socialization, and education. It says here, as a species, humans need physical and social contact. We thrive on deep, meaningful bonds. Men who fail to attach to partners, careers, or communities often grow bitter and seek volatility and unrest. So if, in other words, you're out there and you're trying to live your life. Let's say you, Ross. I mean, and I'm not dogging you here.
Dog me.
But no, buddy.
We need an example.
You're not an axe-slinging kind of, what would you think, like a real man? Like
No.
one of those, and neither am I. And I can say that. I'm not that guy.
I enjoy a good cold brew, and I'm fine with looking at some leaves fall.
Exactly. Your idea of what masculinity is so much different than mine, but really kind of it's not, because what Jack just said, I think, is the most important thing is, I mean, the idea of being looked at as strong because of the decisions you can make or not make, for that matter. Will Smith is a perfect example. See, to me, that is masculinity. The ability to have self-control that is the most masculine thing you can do. You obviously you want your loved one to feel protected if you're there, but that protection doesn't necessarily mean physical violence. It just means that you've planned properly to make sure that your family's always taken care of and you've made the proper requirements and you've met those.
I disagree that you see masculinity the same as Ross.
Yeah, you think?
I think you have grown to see masculinity closer to the way that Ross sees it, but because of where and how you were raised and by whom you were raised, you weren't allowed to be anything but toxic masculinity. And the perfect example to me of that is the childhood story you told us about how you loved to bake, but you also knew that you couldn't just love to bake. So you also learned how to work on cars so that the men in your life weren't threatened by your love of baking. You, in your youth, were able to pick up on what they needed to see from you in order for you to be considered a man.
Damn.
Ross's generation says, I love a cold brew and watching leaves fall. You never would have said that in the presence of your uncles or your father, and you still won't. So there's a generational difference in toxic masculinity, right?
Yeah.
Ross's generation has rejected what you were taught.
Oh, yeah.
The dances
I'm
you
the
were
bad
made
guy.
to do.
I'm the bad guy.
Well, you're not the bad guy, but you were taught to dance through hoops in order to be considered a man by the men in your family, regardless of how you saw your masculinity. Ross's generation, be it men or women, have rejected this kind of cookie-cutter idea of what you have to be in order to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I look at Jack's situation. Perfect. All these opinions are great, but Jack's situation is the most unique to me.
Right, because he grew up without a father and surrounded by women.
And surrounded by women.
Which I'm so sorry.
So your idea...
I really am.
Your idea of masculinity really is the most unique to me, or what it would be, because you literally had no men around you growing up. You had to form that idea of masculinity on your own, or maybe from other family members.
I did. Well, and I didn't from 8 until 13. There was no father figure, but I did have a stepbrother. My sister's stepbrother. Yeah, right. My sister's husband.
Okay, your brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Thank you. Whew.
I know.
Brain fart. So I had that in my life, but you're right. So there was, and I think a lot happened in, I think I could have done more in sports, but I was just just seemed a little too elusive to me. I had no one to kind of say, no, this is how you do
Exactly.
it. Or let's play catch. Or...
Yeah.
It's like learning how, Ross's brother and friends are the ones who taught him how to tie a tie and how to shave. And for Jack, the most unfortunate part is that those, I think, for a young man, those are your most formative years between when you're a boy and when you're becoming a young man and puberty and all those questions, but...
The one I know, and I learned this from my sister, I know my grandfather who lived with us and my father both very handy, would build stuff all the time. I mean, they could just do anything. And I used to follow them all around. So I also realized what I missed by not having them in my life, because they both died when I was young. So it's like that's, just that being able to do that. So for me, I remember it was one of the first things when my mom told me my dad died, and my dad was always in charge of the batteries in the house. If you needed a battery, Dad had them. He had a drawer where the batteries are. And so I said, can I be in charge of the batteries now? So it was like...
wow, that's
passing
so
of the
sad.
torch.
God almighty, Jack. Don't hit me with that. What are you doing?
But my mom used to tell it as, she thought it was funny, because it was like, he wants to be in charge. But it's one of those things. So for me, it was always, making sure my family... What is masculine to me, making sure that your family is protected and your family is secure and safe.
And for me, I think this is a masculine trait, but part of the reason why I love power tools and want to get a nail gun and, have great memories of building my deck is because that's what connects me to my stepfather, whom I don't have a relationship with anymore. So that connection of going into a Lowe's or a Home Depot and smelling fresh cut wood or looking at the prices of a DeWalt nail gun brings me back to that connection to the man who taught me how to change my own headlights, who taught me how to check my oil and my tire pressure. And here's how you change a tire so that, you're never out on the road alone as a woman and you're not able to take care of yourself. Those are great memories. The way I keep them alive is by adapting a kind of masculine trait, which is wanting to run around with a nail gun and stab things.
Yeah. But the funny thing is like, I don't even know if that's considered masculine anymore with women. I just think that's you're crafty now. It doesn't really, those kind of activities don't really even describe masculinity anymore because, so many women pick those things up.
They do, but sometimes when you see the confusion in the eyes of the store clerk or even the eyes in your partner who are like, really? Do I need to know something because you want to get a nail gun and you're running around with your cordless drill?
Yeah. I'll tell you the one I learned from my father-in-law, and this is one that I had to learn. This was a tough one because I never saw my father cry ever one time in my entire life.
That's such a powerful moment.
Never saw my dad cry. Even at his own father's funeral, I never saw my dad drop one tear on the ground. And my dad is as real as an effing real man as you can get.
Yep.
You can't get more real, truck driving, tobacco chewing, rolling his own cigarettes. Square boots, worked in coal mines. You can't get more manly than my old man. Then I met my father-in-law. This guy used to be a bouncer at a country bar. His nickname as a kid was Kegger John. But then he entered the world of Christianity, became saved, and now as a chaplain. And Easter Day, God, this is crazy to say this. Easter Day, he had to leave our dinner to go sit with somebody who was dying. Because he's a chaplain, that's what he does, and he's on call for a company. The part of that story that's crazy is he had already done it 3 times that day. And he cries. And you learn men cry. Big, burly, nasty, I can build a house from the ground up and then pull the Volkswagen motor out of your car and change the heads on it in the same day, man cries. And I learned, and that was the toughest lesson I ever learned as a man, coming from a small town that was told that you had to fish, you had to hunt, you had to kill stuff to be a man. You had to do this, you had to do that, you had to drink beer, you had to go out on your wife. That's what I learned a man was until I met John. Then I said, oh, there's a whole different kind of man, because that guy, the crying guy, could whip the ass of all those other dudes I just mentioned and not even break a sweat. His hair wouldn't even move and laugh the whole time and then give you a hug afterwards. That's what I learned. But there are very few of those examples anymore, because young boys, young men, they look at these guys and the dads, or they want their boys to be tough, and they feel that they have to put this tough exterior on, not realizing that there's so many other things that make a man a man.
I think there's less of that now than there used to be. I think it's kind of filtering out, because now you have people who are even questioning gender roles. And so they're less put upon by the expectations of playing a role. This was that the podcast I listened to was that limited run with Springsteen and Obama called Renegades. And one of the topics that they were talking all about masculinity, where they learn it from, and that, you know, and the world we create moving forward. It was pretty fascinating stuff.
Yeah, watching those young guys, I remember in high school, watching those guys walk around with their chest all poked out, you know, and just trying to represent something they really weren't. I mean, I knew a lot of these guys behind the scene. I'm like, you're not this guy. Hey, you don't wear flannel and hunt. You hate hunting. What are you doing? you know, but that they felt like they had to do that to keep up that certain image in the realm they were in, or they would have been mocked.
Well, try being the female on the other side of that toxic masculinity.
Can't even imagine.
Because it's, I mean, you become another pawn in what they need in order for them to feel better about what they're projecting.
Did you? Was your dad? Was your dad a masculine guy? Was he kind of a manly dude, Ross?
You know, I couldn't really tell you. I feel like my dad passed when I was 13, and I hate saying this, but there's always part of me that's also, there's a silver lining to it of my dad's passing.
Okay.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
He was a manipulative person. And so I don't know if my mom ever really got to know him. I don't know if I ever got to know him. And
Your brother knew him.
My brother did know him.
What would your brother say? I mean, your brother's not a super masculine guy. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean, he doesn't like have that kind of, you know, I'll whip your ass or let's go hammer some beers kind of thing. Your brother's a sensitive guy, and he knew your dad.
But even then, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I mean, he passed when my brother was 17, 18.
Yeah.
You're not. Being 32 years old now, I'm like, oh yeah, 18. I'm not an adult.
Right.
There's no way. I don't have the perspective of what I currently have right now. Of just life is so much.
Yeah.
So differently looked at 32 than 18.
And it's odd because when guys who are those, you know, the masculine guys, they'd look at your situation and go, wow, what is that beautiful girl seeing that guy? You know, he doesn't do any of this stuff. He's not, you know, he doesn't look like a big bruiser guy. He's not a broed up. He's not worked out. He's not, you know, he doesn't have the stereotypical guy thing you'd see a girl that attractive with.
That's okay. Give me 5 minutes and I'll tell you exactly why.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Load them up. Let's do last call and get out of here on a Thursday.
What?
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. It's going to remain windy through the weekend. Heads up if you have any beach plans on the East Coast, on the Atlantic shores, because there's going to be a strong rip current risk and a longshore current. Surf's up, but it's not great for swimmers. High temperatures near 80 for the weekend, winds gusting over 20 miles an hour. Heading into next week, temperatures rapidly warming into the lower and middle 90s by the middle of the week. Along with that, a chance for storms. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services helps small businesses print big with wide format signs and banners. Right now, get $10 off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. Offer ends 5/28. Visit staples.com/signage for details. This is your sign to print big at Staples.
Tools Ace Hardware is your home. They are your grilling headquarters, and we absolutely love these guys. Absolutely. You just simply can't find better people in the city of Orlando Orlando. Better business people, nicer people, more honest people. We love being in business with them. For the Tools Ace Hardware Search Your Ace Off contest. But if you want to get the grill of your lifetime, these guys are your headquarters. Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, Traeger, all of the machines the pros use. Yeah, they have propane refills. Yeah, they have all the beautiful wood pellet chips or chunks in stock. Yeah, they have the Brazilian hardwood charcoal. Yeah, they have sauces and rubs from national brands, including ours from the Jim Colbert Show. Service Tech specializing in grills to help you with warranty repair issues. Free assembly and delivery always. And how about this? Even better, 11 convenient locations. Chances are one's next to you. Get the grill of your dreams this weekend. Get it today at toolsacehardware.com.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Rising home values mean that you could have more home equity than you might imagine. And if you're considering a refi, an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot could save you thousands. Ask about their smart term loans, cash out, and over 300 loan options to find just the right mortgage loan for you. Call now, 866-888-LOAN, or go to LoanDepot.com. Loan Depot, where home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Happy Earth Month. Making a difference starts at home.
Oh, should I leave?
No, come in and explore our Earth Month event filled with offers, food samplings, and workshops to help make your home more sustainable. Plus, IKEA family members can save $20 when they spend $200 or more pre-tax when they scan their IKEA family card.
Wait, so I can help save the planet and save money?
Exactly. Come in and celebrate Earth Month at IKEA. Offer valid 4/22 to 4/24 in the U.S. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See store and IKEA-USA.com/office for complete terms and restrictions.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
You've trusted Cars for Kids with your car donations for over 2 decades. Now Cars for Kids can help with your property donations too. If you're spending money on a property you don't use or hassling with out-of-state properties, donate to Cars for Kids instead. It's simple and easy. They will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance obligations. Best of all, you'll receive a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today to learn more. That's CARS with a K.
Have you had your roof inspected before the rainy and summer seasons? Tadlock Roofing is here to help. Schedule your free estimate at tadlockroofing.com.
One name in roofing stands on top. Tadlock.
Picture the perfect international vacation. Historic architecture, quaint cafes, beautiful beaches. It sounds great. Now imagine getting there. You got a 14-hour cramped flight, a long wait in customs, and a whole lot of jet lag to look forward to. Introducing a new way to travel, intranationally. Get all that international charm without ever leaving the country. Get all the culture, cuisine, and beaches right here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Travel intranationally. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn
This
more.
is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Hey, Orlando business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get Orlando's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month, and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.
Real Radio 104.1. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Deb with a Casadega hard take. Ooh, spirit in the sky. Gonna wake up with the spirit in the sky.
I thought we were only doing one from him
That's
today.
where I'm gonna go when we die.
Okay.
When we die
Okay.
and they lay me to
All right.
rest. Gonna go
All
with Deb.
right.
She's the
Here we go.
best.
All right, here we go.
Pretty good.
Okay, no. Nope. Not even a little, buddy. I thought we agreed one.
I thought we were leaving the door open.
No, we were not. You were leaving the door open.
Well-
I was kicking it shut.
I liked hearing about that Casadega vibe.
My favorite part is at the end, he goes, pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Right. Want some
I ain't going
verification.
through that again.
Me either, buddy. I promise you. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Tom and Dan coming up in just a few minutes. Big show coming up tomorrow. I mentioned that before. Primetime Kitchen, we have another great cigar from you, or for you, from our friends over at Corona Cigar Company. And we'll have Nicole Dupre on as well, figuring out what's happening out there in the world of fine arts in Central Florida this
In
weekend.
studio, I believe.
In studio,
Yeah.
that's right.
Really?
Yeah. I got to let Amy Drew know she can come in as well. I think she thinks it's easier just to do it via Zoom.
A lot of people
than
do.
driving, because driving all the way up here, she lives out in the middle of nowhere, too.
She's not wrong.
What?
It is easier to
It
zoom
is a
somewhere
lot
than
easier.
to drive
I'm
there.
going to be dead honest with you. I cannot believe that Glenn hasn't asked to come back in the studio. Glenn loves coming to the studio. But with a lot of people have learned, you know, if you're out and around or whatever, to zoom in, the quality of the camera's good. The sound is pretty darn good.
Some people have better setups than other, and Glenn it looks great and sounds great on the Zoom.
And can I tell you something? It's weird. Glenn did it from the very beginning. Like, Glenn's calls always sound good right from the. And we've had to work with, like with Amy Drew, we actually had to kind of say, well, you need this mic, you need to do this, you need to do this. And for some reason, Glenn's just hit immediately was good.
He just got a good laptop.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does not have a special microphone.
unbelievable.
He just has a good
sounds great.
laptop.
He sounds great. By the way, I want to appreciate. I feel it necessary to, you know, people who don't want to call the show because either they're embarrassed, they don't want their voice recognized, or whatever the case may be, don't have time. They'll text us. That's why we talk about the texting service all the time, because it's just so much easier for people to share their thoughts. Man, there have been so many really, really raw things being said by people who have had experiences with that masculinity thing over their life. And I just want to thank you guys for taking a few minutes and sending them down, just so everybody knows we read every one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I can't respond to every one of them, but I did respond to the guy who wrote the long one. But just
The teacher?
know,
Oh, cool.
Just know that we read every single one of those texts that come through. So don't think you're sending it into the nothing, that it's not being paid attention to. That is not the case at all. We will respond to the ones we think we can make it, as we kind of dive between things in the show. But again, I really appreciate you guys sharing. It means a lot to us.
Even when you're mean.
And when you come at us sideways, we will use that to base an opinion about you and make that your name in the texting service.
Right. And if you're a dick, we'll bounce you. It's quick. Just like that. No masculinity involved. Just logic. All right, Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Speaking of Glenn, that's exactly who we want to thank. Attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law for Colbert Court.
All right, let's don't forget Ross Padgett. Are you kidding? He did Brendan O'Connor's shop today.
I'm sorry.
Easy, man.
I don't know. Was that a heartfelt sorry?
Yes, absolutely.
I really wanted you to say no.
Oh. No, are you kidding?
There it is.
You should have, man. This is job.
He went to Brendan's website and read it.
Exactly.
That's what he did.
Yeah, but he came up with some choice things.
I told him
40 minute.
Oh, no.
No.
Shaking your finger's not going to help it, Jimmy.
We did this yesterday, buddy. Worked out poorly. Let's not end a great show like this. I assume, because you're holding your phone, that you have a Twitter poll update.
Could you stay in the same home after your spouse passes away?
I'm going to go with Jimmy on this one. I think the number may be greater for the no's.
I disagree with that. I think the number's going to be bigger for the yeses. I think just financially people will go, no, I can't move. I think they'll just take everything.
2/3 say they'll stay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. 67%.
People don't have that freaked out thing that I do a little bit.
Well,
People just don't have it.
And also, you may change your mind if that situation ever happens.
That's true.
You're trying to predict how you
You're
feel about something in the future.
100% correct. Stand-up?
Yes, actually. I'm going to be doing stand-up May 6th and May 7th over at Madcaps Comedy Club over in New Smyrna. And then the weekend after that, I'm going out to Lakeland. So keep your eyes out. I really want all the listeners to come out to these really cool comedy clubs that are kind of small mom and pop-ish, but they definitely put on a great show.
Yeah, for sure. We have nobody on the line for last call, by the way. All lines are open. 407-916-1041. What are you laughing at?
You did thoroughly freak out our texting service since mentioning that if you're a dick, we label... Jack, since mentioning that if you're a dick, we label you... I see a good half a dozen text messages going, do you? Do you really?
What's my name?
Uh-oh.
I just looked one up. I found nothing offensive. I'm like, I have nothing that,
we don't have your name.
To pin on you. Yeah.
I've been texting forever.
Yeah, well, I won't tell you that. Some things you don't need to know.
Yeah.
All right, all lines open. If you want to hop on for last call, you can do that. 407-916-1041. If not, we'll get the hell out of here. I don't need your phone.
And if you text us at Real Mobile 77031, if you haven't done it already, text your name right now. I will make that your name in the text service. That's what we will see when you send us a message.
Including that first one.
Also, congratulations.
To?
Judy.
Oh, Judy!
Yay!
First winner for the Jim Colbert Show. She won $1,000 today. Our 4 o'clock keyword.
All right.
Real Radio now has 2 winners so far in this contest. That began on Monday. It goes on for 5 weeks, and so we want to get a lot of more. But thank you to Judy for not only winning the money with the keyword and doing all the things you had to do to get that, but for listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Judy.
I think we shut the texting service down. Have you guys noticed it won't load now?
Uh-oh.
Like
too many people.
I think too many people tried it literally will not shut down. Internal error.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We look at it. It's shut down completely. Unbelievable. All right, who are these 2 people? We'll get out of here.
Line 1 is Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch, last call.
Hey, guys. I always appreciate you brightening up my day, so thank you so much to the entire crew, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. It's tomorrow, and we plan on it for sure. May drink tomorrow. May do a little drinking on the show tomorrow. I think we deserve a drink or two, don't we?
Yeah, we should be celebrating.
Yeah, we should be celebrating.
Ratings.
Matt, last call.
It's Ross. We needed help with last call, so I decided to.
Oh. Hey, he's helping out the team, man.
I could play another talkback from Larry.
Let's get the hell out of here. Look, big show coming up tomorrow. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's easy. Tom and Dan with the corporate time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Thursday evening.
It'll be Friday. Have a great night.
I ain't going through that again.